All right, guys. Let's go. We are here with Retro Rick. We got everybody's got mic. We're all mic'd up for now.
Retro Rick.
What's up, buddy?
We were just sitting here talking trash on like every YouTuber.
Alrighty, guys.
Shocked. Swan, what made it different, like coming in to California right now?
Oh shoot, we're going out the gate, baby.
Why are you here, bro?
Yeah,
why am I here? Okay, so I'm here this time to / have vacation / get some more footage because this guy wants more videos to edit. It's kind of weird. It's not like most people that if you don't give them anything to do, they're like, see ya. He's like, I want to work more. Give me more videos to edit. And I'm like, I don't have any more. So
come and fly to California and make it happen.
So we literally came, it's spring break week for us in Arkansas. And I was like, well, let's come hang out, film some videos, especially since it's not con right now. Usually I come and there's a con. You guys come hang out with me at my convention and it's crazy. So there's not really a lot of filming, or vice versa. It's like right now y'all are just chilling. So it's like, let's make some videos.
It's been nice too not having you at a con because we get like more time. Like our wives have been able to hang out a whole bunch and like do normal life things that aren't. I think that's my favorite part is kind of disassociating from YouTube sometimes and just hanging out and playing with your kids and stuff.
Exactly.
You know?
Our kids hanging out, eating dinner together.
Yeah, we got to go to a Lakers game. It was fun. Lakers Bulls game.
It's been a great trip.
Good.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
That was awesome.
Good.
I think my thing is like, do you guys have like a problem with like turning off like for vacation?
Yeah, I think I used to. I don't near as much as I used to. Like I would work all the time, even at the pool. I would be like looking at how sales are, or like if the videos are doing good, or thinking about videos. I'm like freaking tired nowadays. I'm like,
pull the plug out.
Yeah,
unplug it.
I literally
feels good.
I leave the phone upstairs. I like at the pool, and I'm just like chilling. So. He probably struggles with that more than me.
For sure. I mean, any like buddy who runs their own business in any way, shape, or form, whether it's one business or people who are stupid like us and run 6 of our own businesses, it almost is impossible sometimes to turn off. And the only way to turn off is to literally like leave your phone in the bedroom and leave for the day. Because if not, when you work for 7 different things, somebody's going to reach out at some point and need something. So it's like, and then all of a sudden you're back on work.
Ding, 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 ding. Emails, messages, eBay.
Yeah. If something messes up, I'm fine.
Just nonstop. Yeah, it's nonstop.
Yeah.
It's nice to turn it off. I wish I did it more. I feel like I don't take enough vacations.
Yeah, right.
I feel like it's been so long since you've been on. Now that you I think before you were just opening up your store.
Yeah, I feel like
you made that announcement here. You were like, "We're opening up a store."
Yeah, did I have it yet, or was I about to have it? I can't remember.
I think you had the phone call for it.
Maybe it was right before. Was it right before?
Gosh,
I think it was right before.
Maybe right before.
I've had it for 2.5 years.
That's about how long have we been doing the podcast for?
Probably about.
And he was a
2.5
fresh
years.
guest.
You were
And
like
this
the
was-
second guest.
This wasn't
maybe?
here too. This was at the other place.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Now we're in
Was
my
Rick the second
games
guest?
rooms.
We've
First
had the
guest?
podcast for 2.5 years.
I guess so.
At least.
We have been on here for a while.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Doesn't feel like that long to
The
me.
channel has just taken
Time
something-
flies.
its own transformation, just
Yeah.
kind of like extra content here and there. But I mean, since you've been operating stores and now conventions like that, like how has that been for you to be able to pretty much manage your time?
Yeah. Oh gosh, time wise, that's different. It's good. You know, I stay late at the store. Probably that's actually a good question for you too. Are you late? Are you at the store late a lot?
No.
Okay. You see,
I'm a morning. I go
he's
there
been
in the
doing this
morning.
longer than me because I find myself not wanting to leave. I love the game store. Like I love hanging out.
that's
I
good.
used to do that. I would be there way after close to like
Yeah.
midnight sometimes. I don't do that as much.
Yeah, I would say I'm probably there 2 to 3 nights a week until like 6 or 7. But like soccer games, my kids' soccer stuff, you know, those I make time now to go to those types of things. But yeah, I don't know. Time management wise, I don't know if there really is such a thing as actually managing all of this stuff.
Do you feel like when the lights go off and the store closes, like it's kind of like a happy place? That's how I used to feel in my store.
It's almost
pretty
I would
tranquil.
reverse it. I would say in the morning. It's
Okay,
like
mornings
that.
are like that, too.
Morning, I get in, flick on all the lights. I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is crazy.
Do you ever think you're going to be in a position where Chris is, where you can kind of do kind of half hands off, but also be kind of integrated into the store and kind of do your own thing?
Yeah, like you. What do you mean?
Like, so basically, like you're not there full time doing.
Oh yeah. I think we're actually pretty close. Like I'm not downstairs like checking out customers a lot, stuff like that. I do. If I need to, I will. I'm not saying like I wouldn't do it, but I'm trying to. What do they say? I want to work on the business, not in the business. That's what I try to do. I try to like think more big picture. What about a crazy video? What about a crazy sale or an event? And I'm not necessarily like down there all the time, but I mean, I am down there a lot too. But I have a great team. I mean, like I've been gone for 6 days.
You do have a good team,
and they're crushing it. I mean, they're sending me, "Hey, this trade just came in. You feel good about this?" I'm like, "Yeah, sounds great." So
you've pretty much done it then, which is like you could remove yourself. Like how could you go away for 6 months and the business still run?
6 months? That's wild. I don't know about 6 months.
No,
I don't think 6 months.
Michael, step it up, Michael. Step it up, Michael.
I don't think I could have a store. I don't think I could have a store in Connecticut and not go there for a year like you. That's crazy. That's wild.
I've been removed from those stores in Connecticut. This baffles me sometimes. Like 8 years now. And I only go back once a year, so that means like I've really only visited those stores like 8 times.
Sure, there's still game stores?
I don't know. Are they still there?
as long as money's coming in the bank,
I
you're
know.
not complaining. Yeah.
I think they're MicroStrategies locations now.
Roll into a strip club. What is this? That's where the money's coming.
I think didn't you want to talk about MicroStrategies?
Yeah, I kind of wanted to, but I mean, we could just get into it right now. But I didn't want to say the name or anything like that, just because I was like, you know what, there's really no reason. But
No, we
I guess
can't say MicroStrategies.
yeah, I mean, facts.
There's the real truth. So MicroStrategies, if anybody doesn't know, I mean, you know, your channel was hacked multiple times, numerous times. Like the biggest roller coaster. I remember getting the phone calls from you, the texts.
Dude.
What was that like from now looking back at it? You had your channel back. It's showing up in search results again. Your channel feels back and alive again.
It's fully back, which is good. I remember seeing our friend Narc, not another retro channel. I remember seeing his channel probably 3 years ago get hacked. And I remember him putting up a video on a new channel.
I remember
it was
that.
like, "Hey, everybody, my channel, I just lost my channel." And I remember being like, "Oh God, what would that be like?" I remember for the first time being like, "Dude, this is serious." And I got on my Instagram, on my Facebook, and was like, "Hey guys, my friend just lost his stuff," because it made that much of an impact on me.
I remember.
You put so many hours into something, so much time, and it like hit me. So for it to actually happen to us was wild. I mean, like I didn't even know it happened. I just Michael texted me, goes, dude, we have a problem. I'm like, "What?" "I think we lost the channel." I'm like, "What does that even mean? You lost the channel?"
Worst feeling, dude.
Oh, dude.
Look up Retro Rick, and this thing called MicroStrategies pops up, and I'm like, "What is that?" And the phone all day at the store is like, "Retro Rick's gone! Oh no, we love him!" And I'm like, "Oh, what do you mean I'm gone?" Like, it was crazy. It was crazy. So lost it, and it was the same people that got like huge channels.
Yeah.
Like Linus Tech Tips. Oh God. A reminder.
So how long did it take to get it back?
You can throw that up there, Ben. But yeah.
So it took us about a week to get. Oh my! I'm having like PTSD right now, bro.
You say PS3?
Yeah, I'm having a PS3.
I had to keep it because I didn't know if like, he was gonna get it back.
I remember. Yeah, it took us 7 days to get the channel back, but you don't just get it back.
Yep.
Then it takes the first time. So it takes time to like get all those things back. So they don't delete your videos; they like private them, and then you can't. YouTube does all this stuff where it's like you can't change your name for 60 days. You can't. So I'm like, well, it just says all these things. And then the biggest thing is we didn't get monetization back for almost a year.
You lost a lot.
That's a lot of money.
I mean, yeah,
You didn't even
I gotta
get
pay this joker to make these videos. So I'm like literally paying to make videos that I'm making no money on.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was a like detriment to what we had going on.
What made you start posting again, like on the channel? Was it just like a sponsorship to be able to
Yeah,
afford
I mean,
it?
Sponsorships really helped. Like just kind of make it like a wash. Like just like let's continue to make videos.
So the channel stays alive, but you're
because I could have easily just been like, whatever, okay, fine. A lot of channels do that when they get hit with this too. And for anyone that was wondering, we had all the like
proper precautions.
Yes, we had like 2-factor. We have these little things. I don't have my keys with me.
I have it in my.
They're called YubiKeys, where you have to put the YubiKey in, and then you put in and you're trying to log into your email, and then you have to use your fingerprint, and then you can get into your email. We had all of that stuff set up, and it didn't matter.
Still got in.
They still got in.
So they did it one time, and then the same people did it.
Same people did it the second time.
And was it literally Russian hackers?
It was Russian hackers. Yeah.
That's
And
wild.
what is their end goal? Why do they do that?
So what I think, to my knowledge, is they go live almost immediately once they pick up your channel, and then they have like links for whatever it is. It's cryptocurrency, and they're like, to learn more about this, click the link, and then once you click the link, then they're into your stuff.
It's all phishing stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
It's probably malware that then gets copied over.
Did anybody
to
get?
everybody's computer.
Did you know of? Get like?
Not that I know. No. But yeah,
That's
it's just all an effort to get more people's passwords and their information to get into their stuff. I mean, it's literally pure evil.
What was
Like,
your
it is
Terrible.
evil.
I hate
It's
that
evil.
stuff.
What was your initial reaction to tell Riff, your editor, that your channel's gone?
Help. Like, I just was trying to get help from anybody. It's like, do you know anybody that's ever had this happen? And I think you might have said maybe this person.
Yeah, I put you in contact with a
because
person.
because YouTube was no help. Like, just contacting
Which is
YouTube.
crazy.
How we actually got help was a guy that I know that lives in Arkansas has a friend that works for Google, just like a friend. And he's like, I have a friend that works for Google. Homer is his name. Homer, I love you. He
He was your Odyssey there. Huh?
yeah, he literally was like, he didn't even watch my channel. He didn't know what it was. He was like, oh yeah, sure, I'll help you. And he like bypassed all of the YouTube like
Legwork crap.
oh yeah, all like the red tape. I was like nowhere after 5 days, and he was like, let me just try to log in from your stuff. He logged in. He's like, okay, change your password, change it, and that was how I got back in. Was just through him. So he was a huge help.
What do you think was the waiting period for you to like kind of figure out like things were coming back?
I mean, as soon as we got back in, then it was like, okay, now I can change everything back. It's just more, just all the stuff, like making sure all the videos are not private anymore. There was all kinds of weird stuff. They deleted playlists, so I was kind of making playlists again. And
I
those
wonder
types of
why
things.
they don't delete videos.
I don't know.
I feel like if I was like, not me, but
Yeah.
like if you're a hacker and your whole thing is you screw people over, like that's kind of what you do for a like
YouTube
why not
does-
just go the extra layer and screw them super deep?
I think, so I think YouTube, YouTube does have like 30-day, maybe even more than that. Ben would know more of this kind of stuff. Like they can, reinstate all your stuff. Even if it is deleted, there's a certain amount of time that they have it where they can put everything back and stuff like that. But
Normally, they just probably have like a large amount of servers. Do you think that like it was a link that maybe you had clicked on like a home computer or
Do you think it was Evian?
yeah, it was Evian. So the way most
the
of them,
water?
well,
Well, yeah, we got the same one like a month later.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's scary.
Most of them are sponsorship, like fake sponsorships. That's what most of them are. So I had another friend, and the other big one that happened was Canon.
Yep.
It was like a Canon one. And yeah, it's just like, hey, you get so far. It was like a 4-month thing with them. So like we're trying to work through a sponsorship and all these things, and then it's like, okay, download this PDF for the additional information.
That's what I was going to say off the bat. When somebody emails you from a sponsorship and they're already giving you price, already they're making it too easy. And the price, hey, just so you know, we're offering you 7K, 60 seconds.
7K.
Download this link. That's not what you get per video? No, I'm just kidding. Click download.
MicroStrategies. Let's get it.
Download this link. Download this PDF.
It's like, oh yeah, a lot of them too will be like, oh, you have a Mac, you need to download Windows, and I'm like, I'm not downloading anything. No, then no, there's no deal.
You have to be very weary of who you trust. And crazy enough, I don't know I think I was talking to you at that time, or maybe to Michael too, and I was like, as I was talking to you, like an email came through for Evian, and I was like, hey, you ever done Evian before? And you're like, do not click that.
Yeah.
And I was like, why? And you're like, that is the one that got me.
And especially when you start working with there's very similar products we're all working with. Mando, Factor. It's like
Manscaped. You'll see
like-
multiple channels.
I'm gonna bleep all those because they're not paid here. Okay.
Encore.
Yeah. Well, you'll notice quickly. It's like Evian doesn't need any help from a little YouTuber.
Yeah.
Like Canon doesn't need any help from us.
Yeah.
It's these companies that are like, that's weird. Like, why are they?
Yeah, there
reaching
still
out?
could be cool companies. Obviously, we wouldn't be working with them.
There's another fake one that's been going around that's like, hey, I work for, and it'll be a huge person. It'll be like Casey Neistat or something like that. I work for Casey Neistat's new podcast. We think that you'd be a great addition to our whatever. And that's another one too. So it's like they try to like, I don't know.
Those are tricky. I could see how you'd fall for that.
Yeah.
Who clicked the link? Was it you actually that clicked it, or was it Michael?
I'm pretty sure it's Michael.
Michael, let's go.
And he, I think, and again, I could be wrong, but I remember him. I think he showed me too. I'm like, dude, I would have, like, literally. It just is like. So now he's also extremely careful. I think he has a separate computer, separate email for anything.
I was just gonna say, don't click on links on the same computer that you have logged into your main YouTube.
Yeah, and what it was is our email, which I don't even know why I guess we just never thought we'd get hacked. I just never even thought about it. Our email for our YouTube channel was the same email that we did sponsorships. So it was linked together too. So it was a little bit easier to get in.
We changed email stuff after you telling me
everything's
that.
like separate now.
100% separate.
I know. Anytime I get like anything in the email, I just screenshot the real. I'm like, Riff, is this real?
Yeah.
That's like,
Oh yeah.
that's my
makes sense?
precaution.
Yeah, I hired my wife out to do all my sponsorship
So now
stuff.
she'll be in,
Get her in hot water. No, I put her through like the whole training.
The second time, we had all the precautions, everything it set, and we got hacked. And Homer, we had Homer again. We got it back in like 2 hours.
I remember that.
So which made me feel better. I'm kind of thinking at this point, maybe they'll leave me alone. So now they know, like, oh crap, he got it back.
Don't mess with
instantly.
Rick.
Was it another link that you got hacked from?
No,
They just had the info.
It was just like it was. What's that called, Ben? Whenever they have like
Did they have like a
current info.
their own email associated with a backdoor email for you or something like that?
It just seems like they just continue to have my information or something. I don't know.
Aquafina.
So the
The real question is, do you drink Arrowhead?
the real question is, why is it so difficult to get a hold of YouTube? Why did you have to find some random
It's ridiculous.
guy?
It's ridiculous.
I know you're not like
Yeah.
Mr. Beast level, but I mean, you're pretty big.
I think it's because they would get it overran. I mean, imagine if there was a YouTube phone number. Oh my gosh.
True.
There's how many thousands of videos every minute that get uploaded?
Millions. We're
so
pushing
it's like-
ridiculous numbers.
It's the same reason why Instagram doesn't have a phone number. You can
Amazon
call.
either. Amazon has
it
no
would just- they would
phone
never.
seller support.
Yeah.
eBay does.
I see
eBay
that.
is the
I could see
best.
that.
Believe it or not, you can call eBay anytime.
Were you gonna say?
24 hours.
I was gonna say, the second time you got hacked, were you even recovered from that first time yet? Like, you still weren't getting paid for it yet, right?
Not fully recovered, no.
And you lost a lot.
Dude,
of
that
money.
was a lot because it
lot
restarted
of
when they
money.
hacked the second time, right? It restarts. Mm-hmm. Jeez.
Yeah, it was a lot of money. It was like, yeah. Now, thankfully, at that point, we had the store, just the store in general. Like that helped. But like I thought about that too. Like it was my full-time job. Oh my gosh.
Well, that's why a lot of those big guys, like, that's their livelihood. Like,
Yeah.
my kids depend on
yeah,
this. My life.
you can't continue to do a job for a year and not get paid.
I'm not gonna lie, you probably making that second channel helped a lot.
Yeah.
It did, yeah, because I
sure.
instantly went live.
Well, you said you
This was
can't do
on.
a job for a year without getting paid, but I will say there's a lot of people out there who think, like, YouTubers should work for free and not have to get paid ever. But
Yeah.
we'll talk about that in another.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have another topic about that as well. But I kind of wanted to go back to like kind of the convention talk. I wanted to say like, why not rename your convention to Retro Rick Fest, man?
Ooh, Retro Rick Fest. Is that what y'all were calling it?
Everybody. I still call it
Retro Rick Con.
Everybody I talked to was like, you want a Retro Rick Fest, Retro Rick Con, Retro Palooza?
You know,
Wait, no.
the reason why I'm always going to lean towards like business-minded things. That's
If you
what
want to sell it.
If I ever wanted to sell it, that was the main reason why I didn't.
So you're thinking about selling it?
We're buying.
How much? Actually, I asked him that at dinner the other day. I was like,
well, you
how
like
much you
my,
buying?
my convention expo price, so that's good.
You're what?
My expo price, the expo, how much it costs,
Dude.
Oh, yeah, the costs are so low.
We don't want to
That's so
talk
low.
about it.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, so I tend to think like I honestly didn't want to change the store to Retro X Game Point. I wanted to keep it Game Point, and like everybody was like, "Dude, you've got to change it to Retro X Game Point." And I'm like, "Really? Why?"
I think that was a smart move.
I think
In
I-
hindsight, do you think it was smart?
I think it's smart like right now, but if I ever wanted to sell it,
I'll buy it. I'm Rick.
it would
There you go.
it would.
Hot Wheels, Ricky.
They can just change it back to Game
They
Point.
can change it back. That's true. Yeah, they can change it back to Game Point. But yeah, so that's why the convention's Retro Fest.
What would you say was like the most challenging part of it all?
Oh, doing it is crazy.
Everything.
I mean, it's just, yeah. I mean, I was a zombie. It was. I always say this: people don't understand the micro details.
No,
It is to run a convention.
I do.
It's like, yeah, you do if you've done
Oh
it.
my
You
goodness.
do if you've done it.
Yeah,
It's just
we've
like,
said that everything that you see in that place was decided over like months of decisions and people and
Every
money
day.
and approvals
Every
and
single
contracts.
day.
and there's so much going on too. When I'm saying micro detail, I mean like, okay, Curtis, you're over the whatever.
Volunteers.
You're over I was even gonna say like even like the free play area.
I just don't like how you said micro to me. Like out of anybody here, bro. Like micro. Come on.
Micropene.
strategies.
So he's
So like, yeah, you're over this.
Yeah.
You have to literally have it. You can't just say like, yeah, you're over it, man. You have to be like, okay, you're going to get there at 7:00. Make sure that this is set up. Make sure the lights are on so people know. Every single thing has to be like thought through.
Yeah.
All the way through till
even
the
if
very
you're
end.
passing off work to get help, that person has to be trained on help. We have a meeting with our guy Brian, who's probably gonna be running the skate ramp stuff, and we have to have a meeting with him to tell him how everything's gonna work, how to contact the skater, make sure waivers are signed, make sure this is signed, legals and signed, they're allowed to be on there, who's gonna block it. I mean, it's like you said,
Yeah.
every moving
Theoretically,
piece.
you don't want to do the con and have to answer a bunch of questions during the con.
Yeah.
So all of that has to be, thought through prior.
Yeah, for me, it's always like every year there's so many things and it's little pieces of this puzzle and like connecting all of it. There's so much. And then like as the event gets closer, you get a lot of stress too. I mean, there's the stress buildup, and then there's like a
what if this doesn't work?
decompression. What if
this
it doesn't work? What if this happens? That happens?
Dude, the
this-
thing that kept me
did I remember this? It's like going on like
a
a big
vendor
trip.
punches
You're like,
at someone
did I
else?
remember this? Yeah. And then you get unexpected things like that. Like every year, there's always going to be
I
something
didn't expect to
weird
be
that happens.
holding a guy down on the floor with my knee saying don't
Yeah.
move, you know?
The thing that kept me up at night, Friday night. Well, first of all, we didn't get done setting up until like almost 2:00 in the morning.
Yep.
So then I went to a hotel for 2.5 hours, 3 hours, didn't sleep at all. Just kept thinking, what if the check-in system doesn't work?
The chicken system?
That's what I heard too.
I mean,
Chicken?
Ours didn't work for like the first 30 minutes. We're like, oh,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
no, that's
that
a
was
problem.
stressful.
Oh
It,
my gosh, see, that's what like
our Wi-Fi
freaked me
wouldn't
out.
reach outside where we were checking
That's
out.
like the biggest fear because you have a line of people wanting to come in and the check-in doesn't work.
And it's
Yep.
hard to have a plan B. I mean, it's just like this is because we use the same thing. We used Growtix or whatever like that. Whatever. That's what y'all still use,
Yeah.
right? So it was like, okay, we have basically volunteers all lined up with it on their phone, and I'm like, what if it doesn't?
Please, I know, please work.
Yeah,
please work.
what was crazy was our iPad system didn't work, but our
We had a problem
phones
with that
did.
too, yeah.
Our phones worked for it, and that was like the only way. Like all the volunteers were just running.
We
through
were
that line.
scrambling to get it to work. I know, dude. I was like,
Yeah.
I wish I had one of those heart rate things on.
Well,
like my heart rate was probably like
the funniest
200.
thing about it was Caleb was documenting it for his documentary. So he's like,
Yeah.
all right,
It's like, what's going on? What's
Rip,
going
go
on?
scanning the first person. It's like, all right, let's show it. Scanning in our first person for our convention, day one SoCal owners. And it's like, and I was like, oh, Chris, oh no. I mean, I was like, oh no,
Well,
dude.
because you got so I talked to this is what's really great about. I have like 6 friends now that own conventions. I asked all of these guys, all the different convention owners, what are some like problematic areas
Yeah.
I need to look at?
Precautions.
And you guys told me that, so we actually got a separate internet literally set up just so we would have. I'm telling you, I was freaking out about this setup or the check-in thing and making sure that it works. So like y'all gave me that advice with the aprons and everything.
Oh, yeah, the
And,
aprons are good.
At 9:00 when VIP could get in, everyone flowed in.
Same, yeah.
Immediately in 5 minutes.
Yeah,
And
big
then
line,
everybody,
too.
Then the general admission, we had people. They were all tagged with
Yep.
30 minutes left to go. They were just sitting there. 10:00 hit. They all came in.
Yep.
So because I've been to cons, I know you guys have been to cons where it is literally one line, and you go up. Even if you've pre-bought, you've got to wait.
I'm not going to say
And
the
I'm like,
name of the expo because it's a great friend of ours, and it wasn't. It was a mistake that happened. But there was one we went to last year, 4 hours in the rain, one line, one of the biggest cons there is right now in that world, and it was wrapped around the buildings for hours.
Yeah, you have to have a separate check-in for people that have bought already, pre-bought.
That was one of the things we for years made the mistake of not doing that, and we had one line. We tried to separate it, and then it would always become one line again somehow. Not for SoCal. For SoCal, I had learned pre-registration. If you bought your tickets in advance, you want to get in as quick as possible.
Yeah,
you don't want to be in with people that are buying. Right, so it needs to be like completely separate. I think we talked about that quite a bit. I think it was one of the biggest pieces of advice I gave you. I remember talking with you, Michael, and I was like, separate them.
Got to enjoy it the whole time.
Yeah. What was your favorite part about your own, like running your own con?
My favorite thing, I've told quite a few people this, was I can't tell you how many different parents I had come up to me, and they were like, "This was so fun." Because it connected me and my kid together like I have not had in a long time. It's like they're walking around and they're like, "Daddy, this is the game that I love on Switch. Oh, it's so cool. This is the Mario game that I grew up on that basically paved the way for this." And there was like actual bonds happening. I had a dad tell me that it was his stepson. His stepson was like 11. He said he won't really talk to me. We've never really had a good relationship. I've been his stepdad for a couple of years and we just have never connected. And we walked away like, he had his arm around me.
That's awesome.
And I was like, "Oh my God."
What have I done?
Dude. He's like, "Dude, this like convention helped me bond with my stepson that I never been able to." So that's probably and we don't have anything like that quite to that extent. Arkansas Picker does a great job. He's got one that's continuing to grow, but like having a full-fledged 4,000 or 5,000 people all there being like, "Dude, this is so cool to bring to an area," you know?
What I really enjoyed was like every once in a while I would walk around and then I would see you sitting down with like your son, just watching things unfold. Like
I got some good footage of that.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it was
cool.
It was really nice. I was like, "Oh man, he's really taking time out to actually enjoy his own thing that he's been building."
And that was another piece of advice that I got from people.
Even with you guys, I don't know. Did you guys get to enjoy yourselves at SoCal at all? Zero? Zero enjoyment, Ricky?
I mean,
A little bit?
the last day, a little bit.
All right, I was busy.
I mean,
we
Curtis
all
was
were. We all
sleeping on
were.
the floor,
Yeah.
dude. He was like, "I'm just going to sleep through this thing."
No, but you know what I'm
I'm learning to turn it off still.
No, I that was one thing Lance and I have learned over the years, and we've told ourselves every time. Like, we would end the show, and we'd be like, I'd be like, "Lance, the show's over. Did you get to do anything?" He's like, "No." And he's like, I'm like, "I didn't do anything either." And we did that for years. And finally I was like, Sunday is our day. Like, we need to take time. And Lance and I will sometimes try to find time to like do stuff together. Like, let's go play Mortal Kombat.
I'm sure
like, we
next
put this
year-
whole show on. Like, the heck, we might
I
as
feel
well
like
have
next
an
year
hour.
I'll probably be better at it because I think it's the first year, right? So my brain's like, I must make sure everything, I think, we should we should have like the owners like sit down and play around a freaking some video game.
Yeah, we
together
should
and
all
just
get together.
Yeah,
some tournament.
Did you-
all of us
at Retro
guys.
World we did that. That was kind of fun.
Yeah,
we
like-
had that 10-game little tourney.
But then I got called away. I didn't get
What do we
to
have?
finish it.
16
Got
player
destroyed
Bomberman
either
or
way.
something?
10-player.
10-player
That's what we were
Bomberman
going to play, I think, was 10-player Bomberman.
Was
No,
that?
we were doing the frag. It's it's like a retro tournament.
All right. Well,
I had one. Can't remember who it was. I was asking every single con owner. I was like, one piece of advice. I don't want to screw this up. And I can't remember who said it. And I was like waiting for them to tell me. And they said, spend 1 hour with your son. There. I'm like, that's not advice. Like, I need advice about this would be
good
good.
advice.
He's like, dude, you need to spend an hour with your kid and just walk around because he knew my kid loves all this stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I
Kinda-
try to do that too.
kind of keeping like on topic with like kind of like the business related because convention is business related. I mean, what has been like the biggest transformation your store has had since the last 2 years? I guess really.
Man, I'll tell you what, and this is something again, Chris, you're not that smart, but I keep saying stuff that Chris told me.
Need to send you an invoice.
Therapy.
So yeah, so I didn't realize how hard it was going to be my first year to basically get rid of the stock of the stuff that the owner didn't want to deal with for 17 years. So it's 17 years old, the store was, and I bought it. In just the back warehouse, all the areas were just filled with things that they didn't want to deal with.
Is that the Sega sports games?
Sega sports
You were
games.
giving those away.
Oh, dude, the whole back wall was filled with Game Boy car chargers, just like stuff that is completely irrelevant. And they didn't want to deal with it, and I wouldn't want to have dealt with it either. But the thing I'm probably most proud of is like when you look in the store now, everything is like good, like saleable merchandise.
Your store is
Saleable.
awesome.
Thank you.
I love it. It's got a great vibe.
Yeah.
We got to spend some time there, when we went to your show, and I was impressed. And my different business models, like mine from yours, but I love being in video game stores. Yours is something special.
Thank
it
you.
really
I didn't
did
get
have a
to enjoy
special
your
feel.
store as much when I went to your con. I was trying to get a lot of
Did you
videos at
even
your
go?
con. I went just to say hi, said hi to
Okay.
everybody. I was just trying to get videos out for your.
You could feel the attention to detail in your store, and like the love I think that you put into it. You could see it. Yeah, you could feel it.
Yeah, I think it took me a while to get you look in one corner of the store and it's exactly how my brain works. It's like a Mario arcade with a bunch of Killer Instinct, vintage shirts and a Space Jam poster. And then a bunch of Xbox games. I'm like, that's exactly like what I want that to look
It's like
like.
a '90s orgasm.
Sure.
I'm serious.
But it's that everywhere, So, number one, super proud of moving out the stock that was just not desirable.
Desirable. Sorry, he makes fun of me that I say that word all the time.
It's his whatnot.
It's my
go-to.
whatnot word.
He's
Desirable
like, "Guys,
game."
This is a really desirable game. Oh, God. It's Aladdin on Genesis.
Easy there, mystery.
So super proud of that. And then the store at this point is set.
Yeah.
It's it looks so good. It looks so great. And the only thing that sucks right now is I keep getting really cool new kiosks that I can't put
Do anything
anywhere.
with.
Oh,
They're just
I'm
sitting
out of
there.
space too, man. I hate that. So
Tell me what you think.
I'm opening a new store though, so I can buy more.
Yeah. I'm doing that.
Kiosk Krisk.
What do you think about this idea? I've had this idea. What if I had a storage unit where I just house kiosks, but I switch out my kiosks in the
Ooh.
store? So when
a great
people come
idea.
to
So it's
visit,
always fresh.
It's fresh. That's what I was
Ooh,
thinking.
that's a good idea.
Hey.
There you go. An advice for
Hey,
you
I
now
like
this time.
it.
He paid you
Well,
back.
I was gonna say when I visited your store, leading up to, you would reach out to me, and as a good friend, we would talk a lot. But when I went to go visit your store, I was so impressed that I was like, dang, how did you do this and this? And you had so many good ideas, and I was really impressed with it.
did you see that nice Sonic and Tails over there?
I did see the Sonic, not the Tails.
Tails
The
is
Sonic was. I got the
nestling
Tails.
under.
No, he got
Hulk.
tails too.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
He's nestling
He sold
under
Rick
Hulk.
2 items. Only you one, bro.
You got one of those lenticular Sega Saturn things?
Take a
don't,
night.
Chris.
Nice.
No.
You don't have one of those?
Yo,
Oh,
what
that's
a
too bad.
flex, brother.
Good stuff.
Too much. I'll tell you that much.
That's a win-win right
One of
there.
those, dude?
I didn't realize
The
there was
lenticular?
two.
Yeah, you didn't. You missed
have
that.
two.
I think I was trying to buy the store at that point. Didn't have.
True.
Didn't have.
I was trying to
thousands of
get
dollars.
anything I could before it got sent off to you because they were sending you all the statues and stuff. So
You know what I love about your store is that there's like a connection point, right? It's like you literally are housing a Toys R Us sign from their childhood.
Yeah. Oh,
That
that
is
means
crazy.
so much too. I probably tell people that twice a week. Or
Wow.
oh, I love the Toys R Us. I'm like, oh, you watch Pixel Game Squad? Yeah, that's from their hometown. That's like the Toys R Us they grew up.
It was our
was.
hometown,
Yeah, they're
our
like,
Toys R
that's
Us.
so cool. Yeah.
here in Costa
Yeah.
Mesa?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yep.
What was
awesome.
I know Chris, you had a question like kind of like for business wise about Pokemon.
Oh yeah, so obviously Pokemon is all the craze right now. Like, what have you done as far as your store and like what any changes you're doing, like growing it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it's really important always to kind of, excuse me, assess what's happening in the store. Like, so for instance, like toys just really haven't done well for us. And I freaking hate it.
Yeah.
Because I love them so much. We were like 40% vintage toys at one point. We had 2 glass cases filled with G1 Transformers, all these things, and they collected dust. They didn't sell.
I love the toys myself. They are not great sellers.
Yeah,
I like having them though.
People love being like, oh my gosh, that's the one I had as a kid. Put it back.
Yeah.
Well, we experienced that even on Whatnot. I mean, it's just we have never seen worse. 5% of value is what we'll get.
Oh, wow.
When we list toys.
Yeah, so, and then the problem comes in with they go cheaper. Right now we do buy 2, get 1 free. So that's already, 33% off?
Yeah. Mhm.
If my math's right. And
Yep.
then people's offer gets lower too.
Right.
Because it's like, I'm like, hey, just so you know, I got to be more at like 30, 40, maybe even less than that percent because I'm already losing 33, 40%. And they don't move. So we went from 40% toys, we're down to like maybe 15, 20%
Wow.
toys now. And I'm even debating going a little bit lower than that.
What toys are moving?
The ones that move are just like cheaper, affordable. We call them 90s Toy Biz. It's like Spider-Man, X-Men. Yeah, they're the ones that
$10 toys. Yeah,
10 to $20. You know,
on card or like loose stuff.
on card.
On card. Do you sell loose figures too?
A little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah, mainly turtles. Turtles sell
Turtles sell.
really well.
is that the number one in toys?
Turtles is probably number one.
He-Man do well. I feel like they do okay.
Yeah,
Tree
yeah.
One Transformers a
He-Man.
little bit. G.I. Joe does not move well at all.
Yeah.
G.I. Joe kind of sits.
I feel like there's only one toy that always does good, like everywhere I see it. That's like Street Sharks.
Street
The
Sharks
only thing I
does
see
do
do
well.
good. I'm like, dude.
I feel like they move once you get them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're really hard to find too. Like,
And they're expensive.
Yeah, I think the last couple loose figures I had, I sold on Whatnot for like $30-$40 a piece. Like they're pretty
Yeah.
expensive.
It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so back to the original question. I just always assess what's happening. Like, honestly, we've talked about this before. Shirts are just okay. I've debated pulling back shirts some, but I really don't know what I would put there. So, anyway, Pokemon has just, like, taken off.
Huge boom.
Huge boom, and it's fairly adjacent to what I do. Most game stores sell Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
Like, if it was a weird thing, I'd be like, I don't know, that doesn't really match, right? But, like, it's cool because the Pokemon cards are vintage. You see them, like, I don't know about you. You guys didn't really grow up with Pokemon.
He did.
I love Pokemon.
You did? You
Pokemon's-
do?
Not me.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know if there's anything more nostalgic for me as a kid than opening up a base set pack and, like, pulling a holographic. I remember being, like, in the 90s being like, oh my gosh, it's so holographic. I
Yeah,
love it.
a base set pack would be like $100 or $450 right now. If it's
yeah.
unweighted.
Yeah.
Weighted is way more.
So
Wait.
it still connects,
crazy.
right? It
Yeah.
still connects to the store. At the end of the day, isn't just a video game store; it's a nostalgia store. So the Pokemon already, it kind of bridges a nice kind of like paved way to the next Pokemon. What, you know, the craze that's happening now.
Yeah.
and it's the biggest IP of all time.
Yep.
I was a little bit on the fence about doing it. We've done it, and it's become our number one seller. Pokemon's number one now.
Did you find it hard to like learn it yourself, or did you already kind of know it?
It wasn't hard for me because I'm a psycho. Like when you tell me that
Fair.
shirts are cool, like whenever you started telling
Went
me
psycho.
that shirts were cool, and I was like, I love vintage shirts now, and I'm going to study it. And I studied it for 2-3 months. I think I'm able more to, like, what do they say, drink from a fire hydrant or fire hose, whatever, like just take all the information at once. I did that with Pokemon for 2 months. I mean, I studied everything I could. I'm not an expert, but I know most of it now.
I think you have to do that as a business owner. That one of the, if somebody's asked me like, what's the key to success of owning a business? To me, it's like adaptability. Like in that, like you have got to be able to, like, you can't get stuck as a dinosaur. You know, even with the expos, I feel that way too. Like you can't just be like, well, this is what I
100%.
do, and I'm never changing. Like the ability, I feel like, to learn something new. Like the day that dies, I feel like your business, our businesses might die. Like I'm, you know.
And I mean, this is probably sounds real brash, but the old business saying, you follow the money. You
Yeah.
literally follow the money. Like
100%.
right now, Pokemon is never been bigger, and it's like people love it, and it fits my game store. Let's do it.
Yep.
I saw this in a video title, and I'm curious your guys' thoughts because I'm not a Pokemon guy. Why do all new Pokemon games look like PS1 or PS2 graphics?
With like the 3D modeling.
They all look horrible.
Well, it's,
there's not a lot of
the
detail.
Switch. Yeah. It's still the Switch is
But the Switch is capable of better than what Pokemon's putting out. I've seen it.
I think they want to dump out so much stuff. Because, dude, there's a ton of Pokemon Switch games now, but they're dumping it so fast. They're like, well, graphics, these guys don't care anyways. And I really don't.
I just feel like every time I see the trailers, again, not being a Pokemon guy, not hating either. I saw it in a video. I don't know who put it out. Some video title came up.
Maybe it's just their thing.
And I was like, man, these trailers look like PS2.
Yeah.
Yeah, GameCube.
Interesting.
I haven't played the Pokemon, but did you guys play the Pokemon games when you were younger? Did you play them?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Heavy.
You did?
Game Boy.
You did?
Heavy,
Game
yeah.
Boy.
0.
Never.
Yeah, you don't have the attention for something like that.
No,
Grinding
RPGs are not for
That's
me.
your brother.
I didn't realize,
Yeah,
is that
big time.
really
I'm surprised.
considered an RPG?
I mean,
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah.
leveling
Yeah,
up.
it's role playing. Yeah.
So Pokemon
Grinding.
came out in 1999. What grade were you in 1999?
99, I was 13.
What is that?
I was a
grade?
freshman.
Yeah, but the Game Boy games came out earlier than that.
Yeah, they came out earlier.
Curse was
you
being
would've
born.
Wasn't even born.
No, I was
99.
I was 4 years old.
All right. You were,
But
Oh, it wasn't far off.
no,
I think
but
the
I
Game Boy
was,
came out in 97. The Game Boy games, if I'm not wrong.
but I mean, like I was pretty integrated with it because I had older brothers. So like everything that they got, I got like a year or two later, hand me down.
Yeah.
Is there like a defining good Pokemon game, like the one that everyone's like, that's the game? Like Super Mario World is kind of like that's usually known as one of the best games out there.
Is it Crystal?
I still feel like nothing beats the originals, dude.
Red
like
and blue?
the red.
I mean, like because of the coloring on red and yellow and all that stuff, and it's like gray, black and gray. It's really not as great as the second gen that came out with like silver, gold, and crystal, and Pokemon Stadium 2. That stuff was killer.
What about Heart Gold? That one's expensive. Is it expensive because it's good?
I feel like Heart Gold was kind of like a remake of Gold
and Silver.
Oh, is that what it is? The remakes? I didn't even know that.
I'm not 100% sure.
Is Charizard more popular or Pikachu?
Charizard.
I mean, people want Charizard, but
I feel like if you showed my wife Pikachu, she'd recognize him. But if I showed her Charizard, she'd be like, I don't know what that is. She still wouldn't know either way. I think Pikachu's more recognizable.
Charizard's more valuable in the sense of things.
What's the most valuable Pokemon video game?
I don't know. I mean, I could look that up right now.
Soul Silver CIB?
It's either Soul Silver or Heart Gold. No.
CIB, right?
Yeah, it has to be. If it's CIB, it's
with the little Pokewalker thingy, whatever in there.
Game Boy Color.
I'd want to say Gale of Darkness is way up there.
Oh, Gale of Darkness.
for
GameCube ones are way up there.
What's the one with the
Pokemon
bonus
box.
disc? The Coliseum with
Pokemon
Oh,
box.
there
It's
you
not
go.
really a game, though.
It counts.
Expansion thing.
I mean, yeah.
It counts. Dang, from the non-Pokemon guy.
Isn't it weird that like we were at a place where we said that this Pokemon bubble was like about to pop, and instead of popping, it literally just got even bigger.
Yeah,
like it's
they
not
know
popping.
So they know what they're doing. Like, it really exploded again.
Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go made it like
that was the
accessible to
massive
everybody.
explosion.
But cards blew up again when they came out with 151. So 151 is basically
the original
one, the original Pokemon, and then they made new cards. So like that really pushed it.
I don't know who it is. It's Nintendo, Game Freak, and someone else. They all share shares of the company. Creatures?
Yeah.
I can't imagine how that deal is. 'Cause I think they almost sold at some
what
point.
is
Like
the structure of that?
I think that's 33% each.
Really?
I think it's straight across
I
the
wonder
board.
how they make decisions. They must have a board, and I don't know.
I wouldn't say a word.
You know, I'm so dumb.
Keep bringing me my billions.
But I will say that I feel like Pokemon over the years, they are at a spot where they are putting out really, really good product. Like their cards right now are pretty amazing.
The artwork
is insane. It really is like they're in a good spot. If you had to predict,
maybe that's where all their money is going because they don't put them into the Switch games.
what is your prediction? Like,
the community is strong.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Is there a bubble burst with Pokemon? Does it just keep going? What do you?
No one knows.
It
It's
definitely
only growing.
will. It definitely will burst, but they're saying that because I'm not a Pokemon expert, but the next 2 or 3 sets are supposed to be really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
The one that is in line in the next year and a half is the Team Rocket one.
Rocket.
So I mean, like again, they know exactly what they're doing. They're pulling back to the original from
Nintendo's strategy.
Yeah. I mean, it's just
It's Nintendo's strategy. Oh no, we need money. Put out something with Zelda's name in it. We're good. Put out something with Mario's name in it. We're good.
Yeah,
that's it. I mean,
Ben said something interesting about like in Japan.
Okay, so I saw this video on Instagram. I don't know how true it is, but they said in Japan at retailers, like if there's a line of people waiting to buy Pokemon cards, like somebody, like an employee will go and start quizzing all these people in line. And if they can't answer enough like Pokemon questions, they're like, you're not a real fan. You're just going to scalp it. You got to get out of line.
Whoa.
It's not bad. Yeah. I will say all of the Pokemon groups that I had to get into, like that are on Facebook, all have pretty in-depth questioning of like, what does this mean in this video game? What does this mean in this video game?
Jesus.
So yeah, again, to try to avoid scalpers and things like that.
That's great, but I also feel like that's cool in the fact that it would help you. But what if you're just not that well versed and you're like, oh, my kid likes Pokemon? It's like, get out of here, stupid kid. Like, I just want to play a game. You know, like I feel like that might be a little intense to.
Do you have any issues on like keeping product within your store?
Yeah, so we really don't have distributors, like because we got in late. Like right now, I called 2 different distributors to try to get product, and both of them went, sorry, man. I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm literally just getting on the third or secondary market.
We have been we've worked with the particular distributor for probably like 10 years now. But with the explosion of like people buying product, I want to say we have been moved way down to the bottom of the list. Like I've heard rumors that there's like companies, I don't know, probably Whatnot sellers.
I was going to say it's probably all Whatnot sellers at this point.
I've heard they're like putting in literally like orders for like $2 million
for sure.
like Pokemon, like whatever they can get, like literally everything. So anybody small that's maybe making an order of 5,000 is like the tiniest of fish now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and that's the thing too with like, so the biggest thing right now is scalpers, and you're not selling the cards at MSRP and all those types of things. Like I'm not. I'm selling them at the market value. So if like the newest set that came out in English in the past month or two was Prismatic Evolution, which will date this video whenever it goes out. But basically those packs are around like $12-13. I'm buying them at like $11. So like I'm making like $1.50 a pack. MSRP is what, $4.99? It's supposed to be $4.99, something like that. But like I'm getting them on the secondary market. That's the only way I can get them to have them in the store.
I had this question with some of my managers in my store today because we did get some product for like Journey Together, which is the new set coming out, and it was like, all right, well, what do you price stuff at? You know, what is market? How long do you wait until you can reprice? To what market is, or do you this whole sell at MSRP versus market? Right. And I asked them that question. I'm like, well, how do you determine when you can sell at MSRP?
Yeah, it's tricky.
What some of them told, they're a lot younger, and they said, well, what they've seen other stores doing is waiting until that particular set is not being printed anymore, and then it's, I guess, okay to then sell at market. But my opinion, market is market. That's me personally. 100%. Like whatever the market is. We've always been that way with video games, with anything. If this is what the price is, that's what you sell it at.
It may be different if I had the option to get straight from distributors, but I really don't. So I'm literally just paying. I can't pay $11 for a pack and sell it for $4.99. That doesn't make any sense.
Do you have to travel anywhere because you're in Arkansas to go get that stuff?
That's actually the place where people get Pokemon cards the most, is in because we live in Arkansas, rural towns. People don't care about Pokemon in population 500. They go to Walmarts and get Pokemon cards. Like, they're the ones getting Pokemon cards, is going to these small little towns. But
dude, Pokemon's on the new boom. Anyway, I wanted to transition to something cool. I was going to do reacting to early commercials for video games.
Well, the way I wanted to think about it too is
in comparison to the newer ones.
In comparison to the newer ones, what was it? Okay. Here's how this all went down. Curtis sends us this text to me and Ricky, and he's like, dude, new Pokemon. What's it for?
Pokemon Champions.
Pokemon Champions.
It's basically Pokemon Stadium 3, but they're just calling it Pokemon.
He's like, this new Pokemon Champions commercial. It's the best commercial I've seen in years. Well, I replied back, I hadn't seen it. I watched it, and I was like, worst commercial I've ever seen. And he's like, what do you mean? Why? And I was like,
it was such a riff response.
And this is where these came from. I said, the commercials for Pokemon in the 90s were so much more lively and like unique. And then we started just talking about commercials, and I was like, dude, commercials, like, look. I'm not going to go on this road again. The Switch reveal, the Switch 2 reveal. It's like, cool. It's hipsters playing video games in real life. Go back to the 90s, bro. It's claymation, crazy. People saying things that you have no idea.
Yeah, it's like commercials back then were in your face.
Yeah.
Commercials now are like more cinematic, and like they're trying to set up something. And it's like, no, man, just in your face, bro.
Yeah, but I also got to think about the disconnect. Like, who has like actual cable nowadays to be able to play at TV? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's all YouTube commercials at this point. Any commercial that comes out is just a YouTube commercial at this point. But I think back to, again, you can play commercials. They're just start anything. Play.
You got to put your headset on though.
This conversation started over what? Pokemon Champions?
Yeah,
I
was like,
watch that
boring.
one?
We will watch it.
Okay,
yeah, I'm just gonna play. It's Super Mario Bros. 3. I'm gonna put the sound on. Hopefully, it's not too loud.
I hope it is loud.
Jimmy, get the star.
I think this is the best one.
Yeah. Ready?
Get the star.
Oh, I don't hear anything.
You don't hear anything?
Pause.
Nope.
Pause.
Not a word.
Oh shoot,
Ben, is it muted over there?
It probably is.
Yeah.
What's the button?
It is the number. It literally just says mute. Like, is there another one muted? It has a little
And the left panel or this one?
the left panel. Yep.
Left panel.
Number one.
Try it now.
Number
All right,
one.
let's try it.
Yep.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, this is a classic.
Oh,
This is the best one.
I remember this one.
don't you tell me it's Mario's face.
Worldwide, baby. Worldwide. Or US wide.
Bro, AI was real back then.
Ooh, I like that it's like still in the heavens too. And then look at the seal of quality. Maybe we're just nostalgia glasses, bro.
Probably.
Probably, but it's so good.
This is in Japan. Let's do the Japan one real quick.
Here, let me translate.
Cute as crap.
Hey, is this the one where the people are always like, is he walking up the stairs or down the stairs?
Oh,
You know what I'm talking
I know
about?
what you're talking about.
Yes. Oh, it's good.
Dude. No gameplay, but just God, I love it. I just love it
mean,
so
it's good.
much. But you can't argue like okay, like put it this way: say there's no sound on, right, and you're in a room, and a Nintendo Switch commercial comes on where it's cinematically filmed. The mom and dad are playing Switch just on the couch. You don't really like take a second look. I feel like these are so visually eye pleasing that you're just gonna straight up look because oh that looks cool. Oh, I'm already bored watching this.
Hold up, I haven't put the sound on.
You don't need to replay it.
I'm excited to see this.
You haven't seen this yet?
I want to see.
I've heard
ready?
all about it, but I haven't seen it. They're smart.
The nostalgia.
They're trying to relate to
They're
everybody.
playing the pockets.
Music sucks.
It's pretty cool.
It's a soccer commercial music.
Shoot, we're moving forward.
Whoa, N64,
I don't remember this.
GBA.
I might have to disagree with Riff on this one.
Wow.
I don't get fooled by cinematic trickery. I know what goes on behind the scenes. Grab this. None of these kids care about those games, just so you know.
I think it's more the Pokemon people like this. Like, you have to like Pokemon to see it like that.
Yeah.
Like we lived through that.
They're taking you literally
just
through
made
the
it
whole
worse.
Pokemon journey.
Wait, is the final form the phone?
It's iOS, yeah.
It's a mobile game?
Android.
Oh, it just lost 10,000 more points. It's definitely the worst commercial I've ever seen. They actually just made Pokemon look worse. Remember when it was cool? Well, it's shit now.
I think.
But is it Switch too? I think it's Switch as well.
Okay, that's
mobile
better.
and
That's
well.
better.
What's cool about phone is it kind of goes like with real Pokemon, like where you can actually battle people. Which would be
Totally.
really cool.
Pokemon Go.
Yeah, I
That
know.
was pretty sick right there with it coming out. Oh, now they're in it? All right, I'm totally disagreeing. This commercial's pretty awesome. I like this thing.
Did they show the PS2 graphics yet?
I just like how it said not actual game.
Is that Whale Lord versus Dark
Mewtwo.
Dragonite Mewtwo?
I think
Charizard.
you're right. Other than, yeah.
Dark Charizard?
There we
It
go.
was a Mega Evolved one.
That
Was it
pretty
Dark
cool.
Charizard versus Whale Lord?
Yeah, Mega Evolution one.
Mega Evolution Whale Lord?
Dang, Ricky.
Look at that.
I'm not an
Oh,
old
my
man, guys.
Pokemon.
I hate it.
Really? You didn't like
the
that,
music
huh?
choice was like a soccer anthem.
It could have been cooler music.
Are we doing just video game commercials?
Hey,
Okay.
what about a vintage, like an old school Pokemon
We could
commercial?
go. I mean, if you want me to search.
Yeah, show an old school
Bro,
one now.
all right.
Anything. Rare Super Famicom commercial. I mean,
Real
up
fucking
right,
hard.
to.
I thought
This one?
I'm with you on the music on that one, but I thought that thing had a lot of cool points. I'm surprised you really did. You hated that, huh?
Hate it. It's not press play.
Oh,
Rick
But in
isn't Pokemon in his core. That's what.
In comparison to this, come on.
I mean that's kind of swaggy.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. What are you saying?
I don't have headphones on, so I can't.
Look at the vibrance. Look at the colors.
Look at the 4 pixels.
Unique.
This quality is.
Look at that. Look at that claymation
again,
Bowser.
Again, no,
Oh, that's a good claymation.
Yeah,
no
it is.
gameplay.
Dang.
Again. We can't show the gameplay. You won't buy it.
You could say the same for the new Pokemon graphics.
Go to that Game Gear one you were just
Was
about.
that a Super
Go down
Mario
to.
one?
World
Yeah.
commercial?
Yeah.
Game Gear
was
is
it?
trash either way, but here we go.
Okay. Oh, retro drunk. I forgot about that.
Throwing out their Game Boys?
I'll take them.
Whoa.
Recycle 'em.
Oh, dude, they went.
That
they
was
went-
always Sega's.
Dang.
That's good.
I didn't realize they dissed on those days.
Oh, Sega and Nintendo were the disc kings.
Do you remember Sega's?
Look at that. See, they don't make them like this. They just
Trash.
don't make it like this anymore.
Save the planet, buy a Game
funny
Gear.
because they all
I
became
like
trash
that. That's a
immediately.
good commercial.
All right, maybe I'll give you guys something and say the Pokemon commercial wasn't trash, but to me, in comparison to what we used to get, it was just so fine.
Yeah.
Well, do you like?
I gotcha.
Is there a Tears of the Kingdom commercial?
Oh yeah, let's type that in. I don't know if it's a commercial or a trailer.
Or sorry, trailer.
Yeah. Reveal trailer
Let's see.
announcement.
You know which one I used to enjoy? I don't know why. The Smash Bros. One.
Oh, with all the
yeah.
puppet
Everyone's
guys
fighting,
dancing in the
like,
field.
With the song.
They're all friends and they're like,
Together, right?
Yeah.
So is Pokemon Champions just like new Pokemon Coliseum? You just fight
There you go. Official
Yeah.
trailer number
Pokemon?
1.
Yeah.
I think so.
Probably going to get blocked on this one, though.
Oh, I'm not trying to monetize anything on this one. This is all for fun.
Okay.
I hate subtitles.
Yeah, see, cinematic.
Yeah.
Yep.
Too slow.
You're asleep already?
This one is kind of garbo.
These commercials,
I don't
though,
know, I'm
have a
intrigued.
place. If I was in a room by myself watching this headphones, I'd be like, this is sick. I think it's just what you were saying. It's such a different marketing tactic than it used to be. It is so 90s. Boom, boom, boom,
But you
boom,
also
boom.
didn't, like I said, you didn't have a minute and 30 seconds to be able to play a commercial. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
True.
You had a hook between like 15 and 30 seconds.
That's a pretty epic opening, if you ask me. I was intrigued listening to that.
Nothing
And
happened.
that is, I don't know. This game is so good, dude. I'm so sold. I want to go buy it and play it again.
Rick looks
You
bored.
beat it with your son?
Oh my gosh, I beat the heck out of this.
It's kind of
game.
what Curtis was saying too. It's like now to hook you, it's a full 30-minute Nintendo Direct. Before there was none of that. It was literally you're watching,
Oh,
The tick.
Did you hear they're going to do a direct before the Switch 2 direct?
Yeah.
Wait, I want to see
On
the Link
Thursday.
to the Past one now.
Original? Oh, this one's
nice.
so good.
That's good. That's good.
Is this the Japanese one?
Introducing the
Oh, it's not the Japanese one.
Nintendo Entertainment System could make possible.
I remember
No
this
game-
one.
don't
I
tell me no
remember this. This
gameplay
is live
again.
action. If this is the one, I think I
Dude,
remember
there's
it.
no gameplay again.
I just love this B-roll.
We need better versions of these.
They probably shot these like before they even had half the stuff, or maybe not.
I mean, you ain't getting better versions of these, that's for sure. These are
Now,
all
this is a good commercial.
converted.
Look up the Japanese version of that.
Japanese?
No,
Okay.
seriously.
Zelda rap.
Isn't that so interesting that none of these have had gameplay?
Yeah.
You said
Yeah.
Zelda rap?
Yeah. Trailer commercial.
I feel like if back in the day they actually put the gameplay on a lot of those games, no one would buy them. Because there's a lot of garb like NES
Is
games
it-
out there.
Nope.
Probably true.
There.
Those were like
This one?
good games, like Super Mario World.
Have you guys
and
seen
Link to the
Japan's
Past.
commercial for it?
No.
This is a classic. So interesting.
Oh, I think I have seen this.
Sold.
I'm in. I know.
This reminds me of the dodgeball intro.
Yeah. So good though. I don't know. I'm a sucker for the 90s. I'm sorry, you guys.
Is that Zelda?
Is Zelda a girl?
No.
In this commercial.
I was just kidding. Zelda is a girl.
What I do like, I think what Riff,
Wait a minute.
I think what Riff gets out of this is like there is a human element that goes more into this.
Yeah. I just feel like the people that worked on these, I don't know, their brains are like, what can we do that's creative? What is different? What is just weird? And now I feel like it's like, yeah, just film someone playing it and we'll make it look, hire a professional editor. I feel like back then there was so much, look at that.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that is sick.
This is like 1990s Super Mario Bros.
I'd be
vibes.
interested how long it would take to actually find a commercial with gameplay.
It's like Vanilla Ice meets Zelda.
You know what I mean?
Let's see.
Like surely like Mario 64 commercial has
It does.
surely.
I already go put up in Mario 64
N64
commercial.
ones are great.
Mario 64 commercial. I already know. And the guy goes, "Whoa, I'm out of here," and he's like jumping into the real world and he plays with
I
Zelda.
honestly don't know if I've seen this.
The kid's like Italian speaking or something.
Which one?
Down one. No, down three. Right there.
How do you remember that?
That one.
Oh,
I remember all this stuff, bro.
Riff has a pretty good memory.
See?
For commercials?
Oh, that's cool.
There it is.
Dang, see that this
Final boss.
I would want it.
Yeah, for sure.
What's that?
That final boss, man. It's just like Dark Souls.
So this is Chris, is this game too were you too old for this game?
I've played like no N64. I never played this.
so
Such
good.
a great
Wait,
game.
you never played this game?
No.
Oh my god.
Man, it's really good.
It really is a good game.
That was a good commercial. That was strong.
So you think 64? Maybe they started showing a little more gameplay. No, I don't know
I mean,
if that's
I
when.
can't believe there's been none.
Oh, I've never seen this one. Let's try this.
Mega CD.
Jason Griffith? Oh, there we go.
Gameplay.
There we go.
Is it Sega CD?
Mega Drive.
Mega Drive.
I brought Sonic Mania for Ro on this trip. He played it for like literally 30 seconds. Was like, I hate this.
Type in Switch, like Switch
So
1
dumb.
reveal.
Is your son a retro gamer at all?
Yeah, he plays
is?
retro games. Yeah, he's great at Mario 3. I mean, really good, but he just does not like Sonic.
I tried to get my son into
reveal?
retro stuff.
Yeah.
He's a huge gamer, but not retro. Yeah, I know.
Oh wait, I don't
Tried.
know why I put Switch 1.
It doesn't
Dude,
matter.
the Switch 1 reveal was
This one?
hype. Yep, that's it. I think, oh yeah, dude. This is good.
Dude, it's like your entry for Pogs.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, where's the
That's a
Pogs?
good. Now
Does
that's
look
a
like
good
the
commercial.
Pogs.
Did you
That
see
is?
that?
Yeah, we reacted to it.
I wouldn't say it's so much that this commercial
Y'all
is hype.
reacted
It's
to
what
it?
Yeah.
what the reveal
Dang, I need to see
did.
that.
Can
Take
we rate
notes.
the Retro Rick Pogs commercial?
We
now?
already did, but
We
yeah.
already did.
We've already done it.
Oh, we already rated.
Now
We did
T-
it leading up
I
to
forgot.
your event.
Now this is why this was hype. It's not even so much about what it is. It is this moment right here that the world freaked out.
Yep.
Doink
It
this.
was a new concept.
Take notes. Switch 2. Oh, is this a Switch 2 trailer? It looks exactly the same.
I'll have.
Is
to
this the
show
same
you-
thing?
I'll have to show you the new PlayStation handheld.
See, but that's what that was it right there. That it's not even the commercial's fine at best.
They did a really good job too of like the guy felt very homey in his like sitting on the couch playing, and then now
Yes.
he's out in a park. It's like, oh shit.
So this does a good job showing everything that it can do, which
Yeah.
I'm hoping we get something for the Switch 2 that does something, because right now
It's just an upgrade. Yeah.
they saying that on the podcast. They haven't gone out yet, but it's good for you to say that. It's just an upgrade. That's it. That's all it is. But yeah, there you go. I mean, yeah, they were showing off what it can do. Go to another 90s one, bro.
Yes.
Ooh, go to Yoshi's. This is the weirdest one. Yoshi's Island commercial.
See, I think we need to
Epstein
get. I think
Island.
we need to stop with the game. I think we need to do like '90s gushers or something.
Oh yeah, we'll do. Well, trust me. No, trust
Okay,
me. Do
Yoshi's
Yoshi's
Island? Okay.
Yeah.
What's the
Island.
catchiest '90s commercial?
Oh, I got one for you. Eagle Man.
There you go. Second one.
Nice.
Now,
yours?
want to talk about weird?
Mentos.
Want to talk about weird? Watch this. Watch this. Talk about no idea why they did this, but 90s.
When is too much, too much? To find out, we crammed everything into
Oh my gosh, I forgot about this
Oh,
one.
I think I remember this one.
Dude, I eat spaghetti like that.
Massive enemies, huge Yoshi tricks, all served up with the latest graphic technology. Morphmation. No more. Sure you don't have room
Yeah, it doesn't relate at all. But
Watch this.
What
I remember.
did he have to do with anything?
That's great. 90s, bro.
Yeah, that's just the 90s
90s gusher?
motif.
I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah, something like that.
Like Fruit
Oh,
by
I
the
kind of
Foot.
remember the Gushers ones.
Fruit by the Foot, where their head. Yeah, that one.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's all
Now
three
we're
maps.
talking.
Hopefully it's this one.
God, they don't make it, dude.
Just so extreme.
The last one reminded me of like the end of Dodgeball. Daddy, make it funny.
It's very, very different. And totally appealing. It's new Fruitomic Punch Gushers,
I remember
the fruit
these.
snack bursting with
Yeah. So here's the thing I think you might like about the '90s too. Now that I'm watching more of them, it's like none of them were reality.
Yeah, none of them.
None of
Yeah.
them was a reality. It was just like far-fetched, outlandish things.
Because that's what I feel like, though. It's smart in my brain because that's what kids want.
Yeah.
Right? When you see someone like just regular being filmed like a normal guy, it's like, cool, that's cool. I could do that too. But when it's this, it's almost like, like a kid and they're, can that happen to me? I want my head to turn into a banana.
Let's do a what is it? Like a toy one. What do you think?
What one would, I guess just type in 90s toy commercial and see what
Super
comes up.
Soaker. I think Super Soaker, bro.
Oh, it's,
Remember Super Soakers?
Of course I
Who
do.
remembers them though? He put. Yeah.
That was my nickname in high school.
Ooh,
This one?
the one below, right there. Super Soaker X. Yep.
okay.
Extreme.
They're on with the new Laramie Super Soaker. XXB275 and 175.
XXB275?
Is that Arkansas Picker talking?
Dude, so hype. I gotta get one now.
I got one in my garage.
Not gonna lie, when I was a kid, I used to do the Kool-Aid ones. I'd always hope the Kool-Aid guy would break
Oh,
through my
yeah.
wall.
Oh, yeah! Instead, it was ice.
Dude, you know what's good? Snap do Slim Jim.
Oh, Slim Jim.
That was legendary.
Oh, yeah. Like, I've had a heart attack every time he's talking, dude. I'm like, oh my gosh. Yeah.
Oh.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do that.
So how many high school boys does it take to change a light bulb?
So good. Look at. Oh!
Oh, this is so good.
They are good. They're entertaining.
That's what I'm saying. There's a huge human element that goes into it.
Like, why do they choose light bulb store? Like why?
Because it's more things that can break.
It's so boring.
See, but I mean, I get it, but like, does anybody do that anymore? Like, has anyone done that for something recently? No.
I don't think so.
I don't think I get fed enough commercials to even really see it.
Yeah, that's
I don't
Oh
know.
god.
It's all just trailers, right? Like that's what.
A lot of trailers.
Let's
dude.
go.
Commercials now. I what I'm always annoyed by commercials is every commercial, doesn't matter if it's insurance or whatever, they always lean into funny, and it's not funny.
Like the ostrich talks.
It's just like it's not. Just do your thing.
I'm not gonna lie. Hump Day was a big thing. That was
one-
Wednesday.
Yeah,
Hump
that one
Day.
was fine. That one was.
What the
fine.
heck was Hump Day?
The camel.
The camel. Remember that? I don't even know the
Camel
product.
cigarettes?
No, it was
No.
just, I didn't even know what it was
It
for.
was like insurance, man. I don't
yeah,
even know.
I think it was insurance.
Can't even remember.
Geico.
Ooh, let's see what the super scope got.
Wasn't this Paul Rudd?
The next breakthrough for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
Oh no, Paul Rudd's the other one.
Introducing Super Scope 6. Remote
If we do toys, do Street Sharks with a Vin Diesel.
to a single
All right, let's do it.
television.
Bam.
I remember that one.
It comes with 6 great games, and it's yours for
I just love the way it looks. It's just such a good
like never before.
feel for a kid, man. Oh, I'm in the game! Oh, shoot! Time to blow
I
my
remember
mom.
playing that as a kid. I wanted it to be so good.
That was good.
Super Scope wasn't as bad.
It wasn't as bad.
Now, the Power Glove commercial is good, too.
But I wanted it to be even better. It didn't look as good as it looked better in the commercial than it actually was.
You know, let's actually compare this 90s Street Shark commercial to the current one that they reissued.
Okay.
Let's try to do that.
Ah.
Okay.
This one or the one below it?
The toys, Ricky, or the cartoon?
Here.
The
Dude,
toys.
I think it's the toys.
Toys was the second one, Chris. Or Curtis.
It's close enough.
Here
This
you go.
one? No.
It's just a quick commercial. It's not.
Oh,
Don't
this
do the
one.
whole interview.
That's 5 minutes and 36 seconds.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Wait, just play it. Just let it play.
Okay.
Huge.
I remember this commercial.
It's a fire transformation, actually.
Seriously, look at that.
Awesome.
It's not bad.
Dude, that's pretty impressive from the '90s. Like,
Literally looks better than Snow White dwarves thing lately.
That's getting roasted.
It's below the lowest performance of a live action.
The new Snow White movie?
Yeah.
Lowest ever.
Bad reviews?
Oh, below.
Oh,
Two.
horrible.
It's a 2 on
I think
IMDb.
it's under that.
There's like nobody rooting for it. Like it's not even like at this point, people in the beginning are like, oh, it's this side of hates. Everybody's like, this was the worst thing I've seen.
So what I think with a lot of these, it's look how fast it is. It's
like actual play.
It's trying to paint a picture that isn't real.
Of
It's
course.
And the reality is though now is like kids just have their phones and their tablets or whatever, and they can just watch stuff.
Miserable.
So like they're literally trying to force, this thing on you that's like, oh man, it's gonna be this fun.
Type in new instead of current, probably.
Yeah. New.
The current state of Street Sharks. My video titles. There we go. 30th anniversary.
This one?
Oh, I'm liking this. Okay.
Dang, that's awesome.
The current state.
You still have some young kids. Do they play with action figures? No?
No, my son did with Power Rangers for a while, but he doesn't. Care
Ricky?
anymore.
Your kids?
oh, he's way into it still.
What does he play with?
A lot of Sonic, Spider-Man, and X-Men.
that makes
he
me
took
sad.
he took my Gambit. That's his Gambit now. I'm like, dude, that's my favorite toy.
You
My
were
son
saying
was
that.
into Marvel Legends.
So this is pretty
Oh,
good, but I feel like it's missing
loved it.
sound effects.
No lie, he's 15 now, which means he's a sophomore in high school. Every once in a while, I hear him pick up a toy and still play with it, dude.
That's cool.
I know,
That's
it's
awesome.
15. It's like a little bit of like
My son,
Peter Pan childhood.
my
still
son
left in
never
there.
played with
I love it.
toys
Really?
ever.
I played
Never
with
did
so
toys.
many. I was an action figure guy.
All right, let's end it on
So was
some
I.
nostalgia.
Yeah.
Never did it ever.
Monstrous wars with them.
Can I tell you a quick story real quick about toys though?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
So, Ellen's trying to explain to her aunt at Thanksgiving what I do. She's like,
Good luck.
so it's like where I'm close enough to where I can hear them. It's like one of those situations. And she's like, yeah, and he loves toys and video games and he collects them. And her aunt goes, oh, okay, toys, like 90s toys.
Married a child.
And she goes, oh. Does he still play with them? The biggest doofus.
But you know what's interesting about the comparison between toys and video games? If you say you still play with toys, it does sound a little weird, right? But if you're like, I still play video games, nobody thinks that's weird. What is it? Why is that playing with toys feels a little more like
playing with toys, you're more using your imagination.
Yeah.
Imagination.
Yeah,
Okay.
imagination.
And I think reading comics, that's accepted. You can read comics.
Yeah.
Like
That's
yeah.
reading.
comic.
If anything, that's probably more accepted
Just
than ever.
I don't read at all.
Same.
You know what I mean?
I bought some comics recently and read them. They're good. It's reading
never
Ghost
been my thing.
Rider.
But just think of me like playing Transformers in front of you guys going.
I'd probably be like, let me play. Let me in, Ricky.
I thought this is you made a comment the other night that Ro is like really good at Pokemon stuff,
Yeah.
like at the store.
Yeah, he's just good at like numbers. He's good at like he's
Numbers
already
guy.
He's already like this is worth this much and this is worth this much. Like he's already in the hustle. So it makes me sad that I'm like he hasn't played with a toy in years. But he's like telling me he's looking up stuff sold comps on eBay.
He's looking up micro strategies.
Yeah.
You want a collection? Nah, I want to sell it.
Yeah. I mean he went through all the cards I got from you.
Dude.
He did it. He
Did you
did
give
all
many?
the sold he did all the sold comps.
No way.
Oh.
He did it all. It's like $780 in value.
Nice. You were close.
My 6-year-old.
So weird. Like my
That's
son,
wild.
who's
That's really
15, he doesn't have any interest in that. I've tried to get him into the reselling stuff or collecting, but he reads
You're just not
comics
doing a good
all the
job.
time. No, but I'm totally fine with it because he reads comics. He's like reading Invincible now. He still builds Legos. And like he's
cool.
he's
That's
a
cool.
stud running back like on the football team in high school.
but
Like,
still
he's
nerdy.
not,
That's cool.
But he's still nerdy. Yeah,
I
And, like, he
can't get
wants
my
play
son
with
to be into
games.
any of it. The reselling, the gaming, the comics, it's just no toys, none. Ever.
It's interesting.
Nothing
do you
of
think,
any of
do you
it.
think because you guys are huge collectors and things like that, that because it comes in so often, they don't find that as interesting?
Yeah, it's like skipping a generation. That's
I
what
think
I'm
that's
thinking.
why my son is not into it because he literally has been in the video game store since he was 2. You know, and he was surrounded by it. So he
what was he like,
enjoys it.
though? What was he like when he was younger in the store?
Well, he loves like playing with he loves using it, but he doesn't love the collecting and reselling part of it. Maybe because I
Son's
was
a
the
huge gamer,
businessman.
though. Like-
he's a huge gamer. Yeah, he's a gamer, comic book reader, still playing with action figures at 15. And again, he's like a stud too. It's
Yeah.
not like he's like a nerd.
Yeah,
So
he's-
it's like,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm happy with it because I feel like it's like his childhood is still there. You can do reselling and like we do in collecting later on. I feel like so.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
happy
I mean,
with
like
it.
I got into it like really late into life, so it's like my experience with collecting wasn't like initially like everything wasn't at my hand, like my
Your fingertips, yeah.
my
right there.
fingertips,
Yeah.
right? And do you think it might affect Ro a little bit that he'll
Yeah.
walk into the
Oh,
store like
yeah. I mean, he does not live in reality. I mean, yeah, he comes in, he acts like the store is Blockbuster. He comes in, he's like, okay, I'm going to check out a couple games, and he just brings them home. Doesn't even ask me anymore.
How do you do it like for birthdays and stuff? Because he literally has everything to.
Yeah,
like, he can get it almost everything.
Yeah, but he only borrows it. Like, I'm like, okay, you got to bring him back by the end of the weekend. Like, literally, it's like a 2-day rental. So, like, he gets
So
one game for his birthday, one game
Does
for
he have late fees?
I make him
No
work.
college fund.
Hey, I need to show you some videos. I make him work in the store
Good.
because he wants to play games.
Rick, that's child labor.
He doesn't do a good job.
Doesn't make it.
on half the game. But no, he comes to the store and he wants to play games. I'll be at the store for 12 hours.
Yeah.
And Ellen's like, you want him to go for 12 hours? He's like, he'll love it. Like, he'll love being there all day. So he comes and he wants to play games all day. But I'm like, before you play another game, you have to clean those discs or stick
Go
to this.
scrub the toilet, bro.
Yeah.
How much time do you think that you spend actually playing with him alongside? You guys can take your headphones off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Already on it.
Reiterating the question was like, how much time do you think that like you now spend with Ro, like playing video games and stuff like that?
A good bit. Yeah, we play a good bit. I mean, since he got his Switch, it makes me a little bit sad, it's not been as much. Like the Switch he can do it on his own. But when he had his Wii U, it was more, we would play almost every night. We would play Mario Kart 8. We would play Super Mario 3D World. So it hasn't been as much in the past, probably. He got his Switch in December. So, but we we go through a lot of Pokemon cards. That's the thing he wants to do all the time. He's like, now let's rearrange them in Pokemon type. Now let's rearrange them in how much they're worth. And I'm like, all right, bud, let's do it. I think it's cute.
That's awesome.
I mean, hey, man, any way that you can connect it with your son is a good memory, good core memory. You wanted to bring up this topic. You said,
"Oh shoot,
why is YouTube so brutal?" That was what you were saying.
Tough, hard.
Dude, it's easy. What?
I just don't. We were talking about it not too long ago. What's the stat that's like you're more likely for?
So when I went to YouTube
Summit?
YouTube Summit, one of the guys who's like the head of like YouTube, like he's like, the statistical numbers are the amount of people that try out for like the NBA versus YouTube. Like you are literally statistically proven to land up more likely in the NBA than passing 100,000 subscribers and being successful.
Yeah.
But being successful at like making money, making a career out of it.
Yeah, it's just so hard, especially in the day and age of instant. Like especially the TikTok.
Your competition is
Instagram Reel.
Unbelievably massive.
Yeah, like
you're up against millions and millions and millions of people daily.
Yeah.
Daily.
But with TikTok and those things, you can instantly hit something viral. You can. I mean, a new account can do that.
Yep.
YouTube with long form content is a grind. It is a week in, week out grind. Very rarely do you see. I mean, how often have you seen a channel just explode?
Yeah.
Like right off the gate.
Yep.
Like right off the gate. Very rarely. So people have asked me before.
And
Like,
sometimes when you do too, 4 months go by.
yeah. Yeah. So I've been asked before, like, dude, would you do it again? Start from ground zero. Would you do it again? I don't think I would.
Yep.
It was that hard. Like I've talked about it in on the channel before. I was in the hospital like 3 times in 1 year purely because of overwork on YouTube, trying to edit videos till 2-3 o'clock in the morning. Like it was hard. One of the hardest things I've ever done before.
Yep.
I mean, you guys really didn't. When did you guys really start to grow? How many years into
took
it?
8 years to make $1.
8 years.
And I can't tell you how much money, how much time lost with family, with kids, trying to just do what I like to. I wasn't even trying at that point to make money or anything, but like I always say, I'm like, I don't even know if I'll ever make my money back.
Yeah.
On how much time I put into it.
Yeah. And that's not necessarily like, I'm not even looking at it quite like just the financial benefit from
Of course.
I'm looking at it even like people that start it, they don't realize how much goes into it. So that's
why a lot of people quit.
They start, I mean, how often do you see channels go a year? We were talking about it like you guys have went this many years, probably the longest running video game hunting channel on YouTube. Like people don't do it.
Yeah, and I think it's easy too to like criticize. I know a lot of people, and you see it in the comments from people who have clearly not done it before. That's not a real job. It doesn't count. I work a real job still a full-time, very, very important high-end real job. YouTube is 1,000 times more work. 1,000. There is no break.
Yeah.
There is no time off. When you're not doing one thing, you're doing another. You're trying to figure this out. You're talking to this guy. You at work. I almost said my day job's name. At my day job, I can be done. Clock out. Goodbye. See you tomorrow at 7 a.m. YouTube, there is no clock out. And that's it. But I would argue that's for any entrepreneur, right? That does any business. You don't get to clock out.
Yeah, and a lot, I get asked a lot, like, oh, you should start your own channel, like Blake and I, right? Hunting, and we've done like some stuff. But I always
Scumbag Scavengers. That needs to be the name.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
But I always like I hear you guys talk about it, and I see the amount of time and effort you guys put into videos, and I'm like, man, I don't know if I have time for it, and I don't know if I want to carve out the time for it.
Yeah.
Like I know that it would take a lot of time to do. So we've done kind of like just simple filming, and then here, Curtis, put it out in raw format, just a little bit.
I think the biggest struggle for me is because I do work the same thing, like a 9 to 5, and trying to balance that and then having like all this footage backed up. It like my ADD was just like, say, I cannot handle anymore, and I try to just kind of eat at it every other hour.
Pick away.
Yeah, and like I know I'm like behind on things, and it like eats at my brain, but it's just my priority for some reason is like, let me just live life a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, this channel's supposed to
Nothing
be
wrong
fun.
with that, man. That's good too.
Yeah.
The channel's supposed to be fun. That's how I like look at it. And like sometimes I get away from that because I'm like, dude, I got to get this done.
Yeah.
And the only person that could really light a fire under my butt is Riff. Like if he's like, hey man, we should pick it up a little bit. I'm like, I got you, brother. I got you.
So, Aaron, did you say you weren't trying to make money in the beginning?
Totally. No intention.
Why did you do it then?
Make money
No. Why did you continue?
for fun.
It was fun.
Was it fun?
It was
Still
a lot of
is.
fun. Yeah.
Even though sacrificing time away from family.
Oh,
and
for
stuff?
sure. Because the thing is, what I tell a lot of people, they go, "Oh, you do this? I can't believe you do that." And I go, "Yeah, but half the guys we know go golf for 3 hours a day. They go do this. They spend money on things too that they don't actually stuff you don't get to take home, right? You know. So for us, we talked about it the other day. You said, "Man, I can't believe you and Ricky are probably the longest running channel on the internet that has been doing game hunting consistently, right? There's guys who started before us. They're still not putting out weekly consistently." And Rick was like, "Why?" And I'm like, because we'd do it tomorrow if the channel got deleted. We'd still be doing it.
And there's, when you said like, so there's consumers and there's producers.
Yeah.
I'm not really a consumer. Like I don't sit on my phone and just scroll. I do for a little bit, but I get bored of that.
Nope.
Like my wife loves watching TV. I can't watch more than 15 minutes of a show. I'm like, I get my computer out and I start checking whatever and I start looking at videos and I start like looking at how to make better thumbnails. I just like to produce things rather than like just sit and like take something, right?
I get it.
So I do get bored of that. I get bored really quickly.
I like how you put that, like, because I guess that's kind of my issue, right? It's like I want to be a consumer rather than like always having to produce. I mean, we've on this channel, we've been for 2.5 years now. We've put out over 360 videos, I think.
It's crazy.
It's a lot.
That is a lot.
It's a ton. It's a ton of work. Yeah. So I think going back again to the original kind of idea behind this is like people don't understand. I can bring it back to like owning a business. You don't understand how most businesses fail within the first 2 years. You start a business, typically they fail, and it's super sad. But when you open a business, you have to be a good businessman. You have to be a good marketer. You have to be good with people. There's a long list of things that you have to be good at. It's the same with YouTube.
100%.
It's like, wait a minute. I have to be good at knowing how to tell a story? Never told a story before in my life.
Thumbnails.
On camera?
Yeah.
And I have to be like somewhat interesting.
Should get a good camera
Thumbnails?
too. Should get good audio. You have to learn how to mix audio now.
I have to edit. I have to edit this video and make it good. I have to know how to put in SEO search words. It's like people don't understand. You have to be good at all of these things for it to be successful.
And then you do it and you see 4 views. Mm-hmm. And you're like, oh, it's like opening a business and one person shows up in the weekend. You're like,
yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
There goes my time. There goes my money.
You don't get told that when you say, I want to open up a video game store.
Yeah.
I've got to know how to like get permits from the city.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Well, what's hard is
I just want to sell video games. You know what I mean?
Something like YouTube, it's different. It almost always feels a little different too because it's so easily criticized, and it still is to this day like pretty heavily criticized. Like it's not a real job. But funny enough, I actually heard on a radio station the other day, which I rarely listen to, like radio talk shows. They were saying they asked like 100 high schools, and it was like the #1 thing that the future generation wanted to do.
That's what
YouTube for a living.
Oh wow!
Like it wasn't doctors, it was this. I wanted to do YouTube for a living. Now, again, knowing the statistics, knowing how much it's hard. It's not like a 9 to 5. You can't go in and clock out and say 7 a.m. and I start 3:30. I'm out. You don't. It will never be like that.
Given where you guys are now in the whole influencer scene,
I hate that word.
Sorry.
Yes.
When you first started,
a bad influencer.
Did you have any idea that you would be at where you are now?
No.
There was no recollection that you would be 100,000 plus owning conventions.
My world. No idea. It wasn't even my plan.
I mean, I watched the videos of you guys just being goofy going to SoCal.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
I was an early subscriber. I was probably a subscriber when you were under 10,000 at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. Russ and I, we were talking about it the other day watching you guys.
It's crazy.
It's crazy because it has changed.
You're welcome.
Everything. I tell you, it has changed everything. It defines everything. It defines my friendships in this room. You wouldn't know him. You wouldn't know her. I wouldn't know you. All of this is just because we wanted to have fun at the swap meet. So aside from like finances or any of that, it's like it's our world with conventions and and people I know and people I edit for. Now I'm friends with these people that I never would have met, even crossing paths across video games, like Seth Fowler and these guys, like being friends with shoe channels, or Ashley, like homeschooling moms who do flipping clothes.
With the Dern
we're
brothers.
with OC Ramps all day. We're crossing over. We're actually like starting to bridge pretty nicely, skateboarding again after the Expo last year. We just see it. This is actually the craziest compliment we ever got. So we worked with OC Ramps, which is the largest builder in the entire world for ramps. Not just like, I mean, they build for Elon Musk, Ben Affleck today, he said, is his biggest returning customer, EA Sports, every big thing you've ever said. And what did he say the percentages of people that do it and ends up not being something they'll ever do again?
Having the ramps at a show where they run it themselves, zero. It was
10 out of 10 times he said they'll never do it again. And he called us and told me and Chris on not on speakerphone, on a three-way call. He's like, you guys are the first place I've ever seen where skaters were flying over there. Just like, we want to go. We're hearing so much about this. It's so much fun. It's so much energy. So to have that call with him and now be like, oh my gosh, like these worlds are finding like a good place right now together. It's like such a rewarding feeling to be like, it's just crazy that all this stuff can like manifest itself into like our world from wanting to be at a swap meet and buying crap.
That's crazy.
And none of it, you said like, do we see it? Did we see it? None of what we're doing could have ever been pre-manufactured and been like, okay, if I do this, then maybe one day this. Never. It just has dominoed effect to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing. Like I look at some of the videos from the game store. I used to hunt at that game store and film at that game store.
I remember.
Never in a million years would I think like I would have that game store. Never.
I remember editing the thumbnails of your now employees.
Yeah.
Like, being like, oh, who is this guy? Let me Photoshop him up a little bit. And then all of a sudden I go into your store and I'm like, hey, you're the guy.
They're still there. Yeah.
It brings me back to as we're talking about it, just memories of when I opened up my first store. It was no bigger than really like what we're in right now. It was tiny.
Little shed.
Just a little thing.
Yeah.
And just,
what a
I had the feeling of, I know. Bro, when I come out the gate, like you with the just to blow it out. Someone's had to work for it. I'm just joking. You
My
work
game
hard.
store
You're
reigns
super
supreme.
hard.
You don't have a 10-foot Hulk?
I want that thing.
I've seen another one.
Another one?
Yeah, there's one at the Irvine Spectrum.
Oh, dude.
Yep.
Sweet.
But the key to all of it, I think, and I've watched you work.
Community.
I've watched you work. Community, yes. But hard work just over and over and over and over. You two and all you guys are some of the hardest workers I've ever met, all you guys.
Yeah, same. I speak to it all the time to my wife. She's like, you are insane. I said, why do you think I hang out with the other insane people?
Yeah, and it's like you find like-minded people. I remember reading books early on, like in business. It was like, how do you become more successful? It's like you need to find people like-minded, like you said, right? And you surround yourself with these teams of
drivers.
People. Yeah, and it took me a long time to like find a good like-minded people. Like moving here and meeting you guys has been amazing. Yeah,
I brought some food to people. One of their kids had like a surgery, so. We had like a meal train thing set up to bring food every day, and I went over there. It was like 5:15 in the afternoon. They were off work. I went over there, and the whole family was chilling watching TV. And I like brought the food, and I'm like, "What the frick is going on? Why are they all just watching TV?" That was normal. That was like, "Oh, day's done. I'm gonna go watch TV for the rest of the day." I'm like, "Oh, okay. I guess that's how most people are. I don't know, but I'm like, that's not how I am." And that's a sacrifice. It's like you got to either pick that.
But it's also you. My wife and I were talking about this today. She's like, that is how you are wired.
Yeah,
we were talking about with you. We had a little talk at my house late the other night with my wife and Rick and stuff. And she was like, even if you quit this, because she's like, oh, what if you did, to relieve some time, quit your day job or something? And Rick said that, and she just looked at Rick. She's like, he would fill it with something else immediately.
Because
that's how I'm hardwired.
To almost to the max now, where I'm like, okay, I think I've found
Spinal Tap to 11.
Yeah, to the tipping point. You probably are pretty close to it, where you're like, I think I'm. Well, you said you put yourself in the hospital.
Yeah,
he's past the tipping point.
Beyond the tipping point, yeah. But it's like even now. I mean, there's days where I'm like, man, there's a lot on my plate. Like this is a lot of work.
Yep.
But I couldn't imagine not having. If I didn't have it, I'd be like, what am I doing with my life? I would feel not fulfilled.
Yeah, I can't sit and swipe and scroll. It's just not my life and nothing.
I think what I've enjoyed about the YouTube is being able to document the changes that we all go through.
Yeah.
and then also all of our experiences that we can go back and see all the goofing part.
Oh yeah.
Just imagine 30 years from now, you'd be able to go back if we're all still alive, which we should be, right? We'll all be alive in 30 years. Go back.
Yeah, you know. We don't even know if YouTube might get a new name.
Y'all be at the swap meet this weekend. For that, in 30 years.
30 years from now, still hunting?
I'll be there. Ricky will be there. I already know.
Wheelchair, but I'll be
Yeah,
there.
the wheelchair.
No,
with
you'll
the
be walking, dude.
flags
My knees are the
yes,
flags.
Getting the Switch games.
The Switch Pursuit. Yeah, by that point. But yeah, and it's easy to hate on it, but in the end, like, we're so thankful for the community for allowing us to do it and sitting. Of course, there's people who hate us once in a while, and that's normal. But
I mean, it kind of leads into the next question: is like, what are YouTubers like in person?
What names?
Yeah.
Shoot.
We were talking about him earlier.
It's hard. I will say the majority of people who start YouTube, well, I would at least say a lot of the, there was a time when you started YouTube where it definitely was never about the idea of even possibly making money. It was just purely out of love. So yeah, intentions can be different nowadays. People do start, I'd say a lot of times now, with the intention to make money, but it doesn't mean that they're like in it for the wrong reason always. It could be, hey, I love this hobby and I want to bring it to YouTube and hopefully make money off of it. I know some people look at that as a bad thing, but I have only met maybe 3 like bad fish, maybe YouTubers, where I met them in real life and was like, oh, bummer.
Yeah.
Not what I was expecting.
What's that saying? Never meet your heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the reality of what. Yeah, I think, and you guys know, like, especially, we're not famous
at all.
In a small group niche area, people have probably watched our videos. So I will say, at conventions, it does get like overwhelming is probably the best word.
But it's the biggest blessing ever.
Yeah, at the same time. Yeah. But if you have a bad day, it's like I've always had those people say, man, just give one moment with somebody. And that's what I try to do. I'm like, oh my gosh, Curtis, thanks for watching. What's your name, Curtis? Awesome. What are you into, man? What do you like? Try to build something. And I have met some of the YouTubers that I really liked and had 2 or 3 experiences where I was like, dang, I wish I wouldn't have ever met them.
Was that Caleb?
It was Caleb Phoenix Resale.
I mean, actually, I think I'm like, you know what's
Then I had to
crazy?
stay the night with him in a hotel.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? I mean, like, because I was friends with Riff and all that, and like things got heard through the grapevine. Rick, I didn't even know him. He called me at night just to like talk to me about things, and I was like, "What? Like this guy?
This guy?
Yeah. That guy.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Rick's one of the
expecting
good ones.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it, and I was like, man, this guy really cares, you know. And and that's behind the scenes type of conversations, but like people will never see that wholesome time that you put into me.
Sure.
And that's why I'm forever grateful for that.
Yeah,
and that's where I'm going to be spawning. Like now, our audience, like I'm forever grateful for them because they're there for us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They show up for SoCal. They show up for whatnot. They
Retro World.
Retro World, yeah. Retro World Expo, the new owners.
Plug. Always plug.
Plug, gotta be plugging, bro. Encore link down below.
But do you think that there's a certain expectation for you? Like, do you have to like put it on, like kind of have an extra energy when you're out?
I definitely don't try. There's a different energy with a video.
Yes.
Like I can be a pretty chill person, but I can also be funny. I'm not always going to be him. Like he is crazy all the time. I'm crazy
80%.
70% of the time.
You're normally pretty crazy.
I definitely have to like, I'm tired. You know what I mean?
It depends who's around you too.
Yeah. Like I like if I'm with him, it's hard to keep up. But if there's no riff around, I can be more the riff because everybody else is kind of like chilling out.
Like,
I'm like, guys, what are we doing?
When we went to the game the other night, like that was a super chill, just like hanging,
chill.
like super chill.
Yeah.
We were just hanging, chatting.
High fiving.
You're saying I'm a lot to be around.
Your energy is insane sometimes. It's great though.
But good.
I like it.
And
that's what we've said 1,000 times. You are who you are. Like it is no different.
Good energy.
I remember I think y'all came. It was whenever I bought the store. So it wasn't the con. It was just buying the store, and I was exhausted. I think we did 3 or 4 videos that day, and it was literally 1:30 in the morning, and we're all like, probably time to go to bed. And he goes, dude, let's watch Back to the Future 2.
I mean, that's been one of my questions for you. Is like, how do you sleep? Like, I'm trying to figure
fast.
Like, when you must have just a light switch. It's not even a dial.
Seriously, I wish my wife was in here. Lately, more than
out.
ever, I bought. Seriously, best thing I ever bought, a sleep mask.
I wear one too.
I always thought it was weird or dumb.
Earplugs.
Oh my!
Earplugs
I don't do
are good.
earplugs, but I do white noise. And I mean, when I'm ready for bed, like when that time comes, it's on, and I'm asking my wife 30 seconds max, max.
It's like the engine has been revving so high,
And then
like just
hear the
heating
alarm at
all
6:30.
day.
You know? It's like this all night churning and burning, ready for the next day. But I don't know. I've always said I have so much that I'm like thankful for in life and like happy for. I've thought about death, you know, a decent amount, and I'm like, man, every day that I'm here is just such a cool blessing. As cheesy as that sounds, like it's like I want to live it like happy.
Yeah.
You know, I want to be grateful. It's silly, but a Bible verse I always go to is, "This is the day the Lord has made. Rejoice in it and be glad." So I'm always like, yeah, that's like we're called to like rejoice. Like it's a day. I could die tomorrow. I was at church and they did a whole. My son was kind of like just having some weird thoughts in his head about like, I don't need to do this, I don't need to do that. Life's long. And we went to church the next day and it was literally a guest speaker and it was all about how like there's no limit to death. It's not like, oh, I'm 18 now, I might die sometime. He's like, he told a story about how his best friend was 13 and got like in a car accident and died. And he's like, and I could just see my son next to me, like just churning.
Oh yeah.
And the whole message about like, you could die at any moment. Any moment. You could have a heart attack right now. Nothing. Doesn't have to be a car, anything. So my brain just always thinks like, I feel like I'm called to like be happy, you know? So for me, it's more of like something I feel like. Also, it helps that my dad like lives that way too. So I just feel like it's part of like.
Oh yeah, good old Robert.
Yeah, yeah. Curtis gets along real well with my dad always.
He's the best, man.
Yeah, I just think the biggest thing I always think, especially again, I have like pretty bad anxiety. I have to like I remember I was at a convention and I walked in. You know how it is. Sometimes you can walk in, and I started talking to somebody, and then another person was like, I could tell that they were waiting to like for me to get done, and then like I just fast forward 5 minutes, there were 3 different lines of people that I was like, what's happening?
It's like a dog play dead.
I was like, oh shoot, they want to talk to me, and I was like, my anxiety started messing with me. I was like, whew, man, I'm starting to feel weird. What's going on? Just because I started to get overwhelmed by thinking like, man, I want to make sure I'm not a jerk to anybody.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean.
though.
And I want to have like a moment with each person. But then I was like, I don't know if I can.
Yeah,
I'm tired, and I'm like, oh my god.
I deal with the same thing. I deal with a lot of anxiety. And a lot of it is like my bandwidth will like run out. Like yours seems like it goes on for forever. Like mine will just be like, all right, I can't do it anymore.
I just get overwhelmed with the thought.
I get overwhelmed. Yeah, and then I'm thinking too much, and it like it's like it builds on itself.
I'm not like Caleb. I can't just say.
Well, I was gonna say
hi.
but I almost say I almost think though
It's accurate.
there is something special about Caleb in a lot of ways. There's something very special about him to where he's always gotten criticized for how honest he is with like reselling and stuff. He's the same way though with people. Like he's not gonna be like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom. I have to go. He's like, no, I'm filming something. I got to go. But really nice to meet you. Bye. Like at least he's just honest. And it's like, hey, now's not the time. We'll catch you in a little bit. Bye. And it's like, at least it might seem to some people like, oh man, he was a jerk. But it's like, well, he's just being as brutally honest as it is. It's not the time. I got to go. And is it technically the right thing to do? I don't know. It's honest. I've seen him.
I just think of cuckoo story.
Oh yeah. The best was my daughter one time. Kayla was here and she was like, Caleb, I've been practicing this worship song. I'm supposed to lead worship at my school. Do you want to hear it? And he's like, not really. She's like 12. Oh. She's like 10 at the time, dude. Oh, okay.
No, I think I thought of this because I've had a couple of great experiences and I've had a couple really bad ones, and I was like, dang.
With YouTubers.
Sorry. Yeah. With just Caleb. No. With YouTubers that it's like, man, it's such a weird thing. Being a YouTuber is such a weird thing because again, I think Caleb has actually said it before. It's like you can be known again in this small niche where in this convention center, these people all think you're really great and cool and like it's awesome. And you can go next door to Target No one freaking cares.
Move it, loser.
You know, so it's just this whole YouTube idea is.
Yeah, I always
is
like to call it my little corner of the internet.
Yeah.
That's what I like to think of. It's like in our little corner of the internet, like we like to do this big thing called SoCal Gaming Expo, and it's crazy, and thousands of people going. 99.9999% of the world, like, what the freak is that?
Yeah.
You guys like ran out a little store
My
or
wife
something?
she always says, "You're just king of the nerds." Whatever. Shut up. Making fun of me. Yeah.
You guys want to do guess the game price? Or
I'm curious, yeah, with these
I'm
two
in.
losers here. I'm curious with these store owners right here who should know. Look at Chris like stretching.
Last time I was horrible at this, I think.
Yeah,
You
because
were.
he's so high up. You heard him.
Ricky was good at
His scores in years.
it. Ricky was good at it, right?
I think I won
I think Ricky was pretty on par.
That was pretty bad.
All right, so we're gonna go off of just price chart. We're just gonna go off price chart.
Straight up price charting.
You know, because they're they got the averages. We're not going off condition.
Can we how do we do
Phone
it?
a friend?
Yeah, no, you guess.
Well, I
What
know,
are you
but,
What are you
like,
talking about? Do you
gonna look
Google
it
it?
up?
No. I was gonna say, do we put it on our phones so we don't influence each other? We have like a number written down. But we think it is.
Actually, yeah, let's do that. Okay, hey,
No.
I like the production value.
And then we turn
That's a good idea.
I like the.
Ben, can you get 6 screens to
I'm just gonna put it
multicast
on
up there?
I'm just gonna put them on my calculator.
No,
Yeah,
no,
it's
Ben,
gonna put
go
my-
back, go back.
Calculator.
No, that's not gonna work.
Okay.
I don't want to be influencing y'all.
Oh, you
You're
gotta
going to
hook
use
up.
What do you guys think my
answers.
Yeah, how the Wii
recent
hooked up.
eBay search was on eBay? I just opened it up and it came up. What do you think my most recent search was on eBay?
Short shorts.
Yes. 5-inch inseam shorts. That was my last search. That's crazy you said that.
I want him to make the meme with like Joe from American Dad.
Dad, yeah.
Or no, no, it's Family Guy, and just be like, who wears short shorts? And I just want it to be Riff.
Hey, when
I wear short
my legs are
shorts.
too big to wear long shorts. That's not a flex either.
All right, so we're gonna go off of just one game right here, and I'm gonna
Loose.
switch it up.
Okay.
We want to lose.
Whatever you want. Whatever you want.
I want to do CIB and lose.
Okay.
and all that
Okay,
stuff,
just
so-
mix it up, mix it up. Yeah.
Mix it up. Okay, and it's gonna be like what is it? The wheel or whatever, the closest to the
Yeah,
price.
like-
but if
So I
you're
can't go
over,
over?
if you
Oh,
go
shoot.
over, it's a no go.
Golly,
Dang.
Jerry.
All right, because I don't.
Easy, Drew
Also, it
Carey.
was just, even if you go over.
Hopefully, Riff
All right, let's go.
forgot all these. Okay, so the first one I'm gonna go off of is gonna be Mario Kart 64.
I'm so bad at this. My brain
I
has.
know that one.
Really?
This is
said-
loose.
I recently
No.
Loose. Yep.
Oh, loose?
Yep.
Price charting loose.
And you
Yep.
can't go over?
Can't go over. It's a
That's-
lot.
Okay, I got my number.
That's so stupid.
Count them down, Chris. You guys shouldn't take that long, really.
5, 4.
That's
Just
good.
kidding.
Ricky?
Ready?
All right, Ricky, what you got?
36.54.
No.
Okay.
43.
It's pretty close.
Dang.
Dang, 35.77.
40.
Nope.
45-25.
Ben would have been closest, but Riff actually is. It is 44.99.
Wait, what'd you say?
Yeah, it went up for sure.
35.77.
Oh, Ben, you went over. I'm sorry,
I
dude.
did.
I did. I recently saw one for
45?
like 45, so that's
That might
why.
have been the player's choice one.
All right, next.
It's all right.
All right.
Point for Riff.
All right. The next one is going to be a CIB one, and we're going to go
CIB.
Pokemon Yellow.
Oof.
Oh, shoot.
CIB?
CIB. Curtis in box.
Cat.
Okay. Average price of all of them.
Yep. And we're going to go, this time, we're going to go Ben, and then we're going to go
140, 115.
Whoa, way low.
That's very low.
I have
Chris?
no idea.
I don't want to be that close to yours.
Come on, keep it going.
You can't change it. Can't change it. That's why we did this. You can't.
135. 135.
234.55.
147.
Dang, I'm way off then. I'm at 310.
Ricky's the closest. They have it at 325.
Yeah!
Really?
Wow.
CIB.
It's hard. That one's hard because of the first print, and they probably average them all.
Yeah, right. There might be.
Oh, that's why I guessed what I did. I was thinking the secondary. Desirable issue.
All right, the next one we're going to do, it's going to be,
One for Ricky, one for Aaron.
we're going to do sealed on this.
Team Retro Liberty.
Sealed. We're going to do sealed on this. Contra 3 Alien Wars
Oh, shit.
for the Super Nintendo.
Stupid. Dang. Okay.
This time we're going to start off with Riff.
Okay, wait. Okay, sealed? I have no clue.
These are averages, so,
Okay.
Well, it's price charting, right?
yes.
Okay.
Okay.
You can't change it.
Okay.
734.
Wow.
Okay.
That's up there.
340.
340.
600.
Jeez.
Keep your number up when you do it.
I need to sell to your store.
322, 22.
22.
I'm way off.
What are you?
I put 950.
Whoa, Rick was the closest. It's 350 sealed.
Really?
Nailed it.
I was
Cheap.
just guessing myself.
Cheap.
Nailed it.
That's
What about
cheap.
graded? What about graded?
Cheap.
Graded? I'm not looking up graded.
Cheap. That seems low.
Y'all need to get on the board.
Really
That
low.
does seem very
Y'all
low.
need to get on the
Super
board.
low.
All right, next we're gonna go. It is for the Nintendo 64. It is Paper Mario Loose.
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 Ooh, I might know that one.
I haven't seen that game.
This is a regular version, not player's choice.
Okay.
64 Paper Mario Loose.
Your guess.
It went up, but then it went down. Let's just stick to this.
I'm ready.
Cut. Ricky?
97.
66.
70.
Oh, shoot. Did it go down that much?
You're so close to mine. 65. Get out of here. I need to
96.
hit it.
96.
Back to back for me.
66 wins it.
What?
What was it?
It's 68,
that-
42.
Oh, you were so
I'm closer.
No, it's regular.
Dude, that
I
went
think we're
down
over
big
tied.
time.
You can't go over. What'd you go?
Dang it.
What'd you go?
66. 2 for me.
Oh, you went right underneath me.
Just like Curtis's mom.
Oh, no. All right.
I want some Oreos.
NES. Do some NES.
Hold
man.
on.
Get out of here, man. Do NES Contra right now. Hurry.
All right. We're actually going to do a Sega CD one, but it's going to be Sonic CD.
Who cares about Sega
CIB.
Say it again.
Sonic CD?
Sonic CD, CIB.
The crap is Sonic
Well, I'm
CD?
trying to figure out what is that game?
Guys, just guess the price.
Oh, Sonic 3D Blast, right?
No,
No,
last. Sonic CD.
Oh, Sonic CD? Is it CIB or loose?
CIB.
All right.
Okay.
All right, I'm done.
I'm in.
This whole going over thing is screwing with me.
Yeah, right.
Shut up, dude.
Yeah. Figure
better.
it out, dude.
I would have got that last one.
Woulda.
I'm playing for real.
Go ahead, Christo.
140.
Oh, dang.
Ben?
I must be way off.
75.99.
Oh, sorry. I'm not
Good.
saying. 112.
78.
42.
Like,
You said 42.
42.
Riff's the closest. It was $83.
Dang.
what did you put?
78.
You should full-time resale.
Alright, links down below. I know what I'm doing.
All right, Ben wants a CIBer, so we're gonna do that
said
one.
NES.
Or NES,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be for CIB. It is TMNT Manhattan Project.
So Turtles 3.
Yes, sir.
CIB.
CIB.
CIB?
Yeah, loose is too easy.
Okay.
Okay.
I have to have a good variable.
I'll start. 215.
231.
Over.
122.
I was over.
Yep.
122?
87.01.
That's pretty good.
165.
I think Chris is
Rick
right.
actually took it for $229.95.
So I would have been the closest.
He
but I
would have
put
been the
thing.
closest, but sorry.
Dang, I'm good at this right
That's
now.
not how it works.
Or 2?
3.
Okay, I got 2.
All right, the
Suckers.
next one we're gonna do is
I got
gonna
one.
be. Let me just pull up another NES.
I have
game for
0.
y'all.
It's all right, Chris.
Suck.
All right,
And how many stores do you own?
Remember, he hasn't been to any of them in 5 years. He just drives around in his
Oh.
bit.
All right,
How's
this
the
one.
stores doing, guys?
All right, this one could be this evening. It's Donkey Kong Classics for the NES, but we're going CIB. We're not doing loose.
The orange
Kong
game.
Classics.
Orange box. Yep.
CIB.
Yes, sir.
Donkey Kong Classics?
Yep.
Okay.
67.
Dang, Ben.
I'm in there.
72.
53.
62.
68.
Ah, get out of here.
Dang, Rick was the closest at $56 CIB.
Come on.
Dang, dude. All right,
Chris, you suck.
we're done. We're done. We're gonna go PlayStation 1.
Oh, God.
Good luck.
Oh,
Dang.
this is my
All right.
jam. Let's go.
Oh,
What is it?
like, dude. I don't.
All right, I'm just gonna do a random one, and we'll see what happens. Wait, this is not coming up as PlayStation. What are we doing? Let's see.
Not good at PlayStation.
Oh.
Here, I'll do one in between right now. Before PlayStation 1. We'll do Hagani Loose
Oh, God.
PS1?
for SNES.
For SNES. Agane SNES.
Sorry, no, I said I had to because I have to like pull it up.
I have no
Okay.
idea.
For Hagane?
Jeez,
I
I
might
don't
know
even know
that
what that goes for anymore.
I don't either.
I think it's.
Is it ripped label or a regular label?
How's the condition?
They're always ripped labels all around.
Gobble ball one.
That's
for
why I'm
500
saying
bucks.
it.
That's right.
It's a blockbuster game.
Yeah.
That might
So they
be
rip.
All right, who's up?
No, that's definitely
Chris.
why.
354.
Oh, that's not great.
I have no idea.
Ben?
255, 44.
Yes, I'm
I might be
great.
way
That's
off.
really low.
Ricky?
401.
Okay.
1,080.
What? 600.
For loose?
1,080 is the closest one for sure. It's 1,096.
What the heck?
What are you?
1,080.
Pretty dang good.
Oh
Wow, I
my.
didn't realize it went up that much.
Pretty dang
Dang.
Did that
good.
one recently go up or
That's
something?
$1,000
That's been up.
game.
How much is the manual? 500 bucks?
I don't even.
Dang
I
it.
have to
If I
pull it up.
lose to you,
I'm at 4.
I know.
All right,
You're
up
gonna lose
next,
to me.
we are doing a sealed copy
Ooh.
of Metal Gear Solid for the PS1.
So that the black label,
Black
double
label,
disc.
black label, double disc, PS1. Yeah.
Oof, I don't even see. I'm so off with PlayStation.
This is like a
Metal
premium
Gear
game.
Solid,
I mean, like
black
one of the keys.
label.
Yeah.
Wow, this is a tough one for me.
Total guess.
Okay, I'm totally guessing too. You
Okay.
guys ready?
Ungraded. Just see.
CGC.
Wada or CGC? Okay, I'll go first. 599.
$5.99 is crazy.
300.
175.
150.
110.
Oh, Rick was close, dude. 155.14.
That's
That-
it.
what'd
What
you
a
say?
low end game.
Right?
Oh, dang.
Come on.
Confirmation,
Keep
confirmation.
missing.
Wait, what did you say? It was
175.
that was pretty dang close.
How many you have?
All right,
4.
this one's
One.
the.
Wait, 4, 4, 1, nothing? You have one.
None.
Nothing.
I have 0.
Oh, nice job, Whitey's.
All right, up next we have
Oh.
Pa Rapper the Rapper. I don't know.
Ooh, Parappa the
Rapper
Rapper.
the Rapper.
There you go.
CIB?
CIB.
Or- Okay.
I don't like
PS1?
doing loose with PlayStation because we all know it sells for half everywhere else.
Say it again, Parappa the Rapper, just loose?
Black label CIB.
Okay.
That's a pricey game, right?
No, it's very cheap.
I mean,
Got him.
okay.
I'll go first. 104.
99. 54.
150.
Dang. 122.
Chris finally got one, dude.
How much was it?
154.88.
Dang.
God, it didn't go
Krista.
over.
You can open
Okay.
the store.
Okay, this one you should know. You looked it up,
Got
and
one.
if you don't know it, I'm gonna go off the sealed price though.
Oh, Lord.
Yep, not the CIB. All right, we're gonna go NFL Blitz 2000 greatest hits.
What the heck?
Wait, for what?
who's
For
ever gonna buy
PS1?
that?
NFL Blitz 2000 greatest hits.
What condition?
What
Sealed.
platform?
Sealed.
Sealed.
Seal?
Wait, you just told us on the weekend.
If you don't
Wait,
remember
how
this,
you sealed
Is this N64?
I know. That's the reason why I didn't.
Look, I just opened up price charting on accident. I didn't do anything. Nothing's on it. I just accidentally opened it instead of my calculator.
What is this?
Now I know how you've been
NFL
winning.
Blitz.
2000.
Greatest hits. Curtis, so you said?
Yep.
Okay.
No, you're not even close. It's an astronomical price.
What platform?
Don't tell him it's too late. You just
No,
said
well,
that.
Yeah, but you guys are all done.
Ricky isn't.
I wasn't.
What you got?
What do you
Holy
got?
cow.
Okay, 2,100 is what I have.
What the heck?
3002.
Oh, no, you son of a gun.
I had 3000. I had
3,000, so I
Yeah.
put
960.
3,000.
Riff was the closest. It's $2,500.
Oh, I thought it was 3000 CIB.
No, it's 25.
Oh, that was the sold. That
What was
the
it,
sold
25?
listing.
Yep,
The
$2,500.
sold listing
I
sold
was
for
trying to cheat
3000.
up, but you-
He told us this weekend, Ben.
Okay.
All right, we'll
I guess
do-
that's a banger.
We'll do a Dreamcast one.
Double
I
G.
know, double cheat.
Let me
I like it.
type up a Dreamcast one. That is kind of because the library's not crazy, right? For
So
the-
you're 5 now, Frank.
all right. Now for the Sega Dreamcast, we're gonna do Grandia, but we're gonna do it sealed price. Grandia 2, I mean.
Gosh.
What, PlayStation 1?
No, Sega Sega Dreamcast. Yeah.
Sega Dreamcast? Frick, I don't know. Sealed?
Grandia 2.
That's a great game. I played that a lot when it's,
Riff found it on camera. It was great. I was like, dang it! Right before I got it.
All right,
Okay.
total guess.
All right.
181.
For the
75.
new price.
75.
Oh, dang it.
This is new price.
Yep. I never know.
450?
Sometimes they're
No, you're
right
right.
there.
Dang.
211.
I don't understand how he knows it's so close. It's 188 or 186.
This is rigged.
No, I'm literally typing, brother. I'm typing them in, bro.
He's got AI on his phone.
All right. Well, all right, let's do one.
Watch it back.
We'll do one that's really obscure, and I just want to see if you guys.
I literally typed out my answer too in like 1
All
second.
right, this one's gonna be CIB.
Okay.
And it's called Cannon Spike for the Sega Dreamcast.
Oh, shoot.
Me and Ricky.
CIB?
CIB. Yep.
Oh, this is going to be hard.
Okay, I got my answer.
Okay, I think I got mine.
And then we'll go to 2 more cards.
It might actually be more expensive than this now.
Is it really?
I think so.
I'm kind of around you, but all right, 212.
122.
120.
300.
255.
Expensive.
You're the closest, Chris, but it's 367.
Wow.
Dang.
Never heard of that game. What is
It's a
it?
It's a great
Capcom.
game. It's
expensive.
Charlie from Street Fighter. He's the main character.
Yeah, it's expensive.
All right,
It's a cool game. It's cool.
Never played it.
It's a
It's like isometric though, kind of like a weird view.
yeah. It's a weird view, but it's like a shooter.
Charlie from Street Fighter?
Yeah.
all right,
Guile? Kind
I
of.
don't know
Kinda.
who
Kind of.
Charlie is.
He has the cool hair.
The next one I'm going to do is going to be a NES game. It's Dragon Warrior 3, but we're going to go loose price.
Why not?
You smell the price over there, Rick?
You know what's crazy?
saw.
You know why I'm thinking like this? I just looked at what it goes for CIB like 2 hours ago.
I think
I'm not
sold
joking.
this one like a
That's
month
why.
ago.
And now I'm devastated. I didn't look at loose. Okay.
I could be wrong though.
I'm going to go 62.
Straight up $100.
Oh, shoot.
78.
65.
54.
It is closer to 100. Yeah, so 104.99.
For loose?
Yep, loose.
You know how I got this or why? The one I'm selling right now is CIB, but when I pulled out the game, it had a $100 sticker on it. So whoever sold it to me
They
loose
bought it at $100.
bought it around $100.
All right, we're going to do one last one.
Oh, man, I can't win.
Do you want me to keep going? I mean,
no.
All right.
In fact, we should stop.
All right. It is going to be a new price, but it's going to be Kid Icarus
Oof. NES.
NES.
Is there different revs though?
Is
or
this,
variants,
is this
or-
the
This one
first?
is the regular, like, it.
3-screw.
It's all it is.
Sealed?
It's telling me.
Sealed?
Sealed price.
Oh,
Kid
I
Icarus?
see.
Kid
Zero
Icarus?
clue.
Are you serious?
The best part is because it's just going to be a random price, guaranteed. Watch.
I have this not the slightest.
So
clue.
it's so weird
Got it.
on this one that I wanted to throw it in there.
78,000.
78,000. Dear Lord.
1,300.
Oh,
Okay.
wait. I'm going graded.
718.
Whoops.
450.
500.
13, Ben.
So they have it as averaged at 7,500. So whoever's closest to that.
7,500?
7,000.
So Ben
won.
Ben won that
Finally.
one. But I would say that it's closer
That was way
to.
off though.
75,000.
I would say yeah,
Hey, that's graded.
because they do factor in that one that is 81,000.
See?
But if you were to do it out of that, it's about $1,500 anyway. So
Wow. Okay.
So
Yeah.
what'd you end up total? 7? 6?
6 or 7.
6 or 7? What'd you
I
get,
had
Rick?
4.
4. I had 2.
12.
12.
700.
700.
I won.
I got one.
All right, at least I wasn't in last.
Yay.
Yeah. Hey guys, all the full episode audio episodes will be linked in the description. I just want to say thank you, Rick, as always, or Retro Rick if you want to say it because he's YouTube famous.
Retrofest.com,
Guys,
SoCalGamingExpo.com,
Retro World Expo,
RetroWorldExpo.com,
Retro Games Plus, Retro Rick's Game Point. It's just all those things,
Encore.com
guys.
/ pixelgamesquad.
Yeah. If you guys haven't checked out Rick, links will be in the description for him as well.
Up and coming YouTuber.